Happy Friday, everybody. Ben Woods, 97.3, The Fan. Great to be here with you on a Friday. It was very limp and flaccid last night. The opposite of engorged. I'm not talking about the Padres offense. Just a terrible performance by our local baseball club. Last night? Right? Limp, flaccid, yeah.
On offense, for sure.
Yeah. Pitching was okay.
The pitching was okay.
Yep. Yeah, it was horrible. It's like watching two guys play chess. You may love chess. You may love playing chess. It may stimulate you. But if I'm watching you play chess, I'm falling asleep. If I'm watching a marathon on TV, that's what it was look like. The season so far has felt like a half marathon because we're almost at the halfway point here on Ben and Woods, San Diego Padres. We got to get it together. Got 3 more games, and I'm all over the place. I got here early. I had to record 12 commercials before the show started, so I'm a little frazzled. I just logged in. We haven't even spoken. The 3 of us just sat down. Mm-hmm. I'm Woodsy, by the way. That's Paul Rindle. He's the executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Yeah, hey, how are you?
I'm great, man. You're heading off to Vegas, leaving me and Ben in the lurch. Just leaving us to fend for ourselves with Kyle. Am I echoed again? Oh, no. See, I just sat down.
I already fixed it.
You're leaving us.
I was going to give you a hard time about it
in the trenches.
You still have trouble logging in to the same thing that we've used every day now for 3 years, 4 years. You're still having trouble with the mute button. It's okay. We'll work on it.
Oh, where's the mute button? Oh, on this. Yeah.
You're good. But I was going to give you a hard time, and then I remembered, what you got it's like the worst thing that can happen to morning radio hosts in this business. And I know it's a Cadillac problem. I understand.
It's a good gig. There's no doubt about it. But like in the gig,
like the one thing that could really, really, really piss you off.
Like if you're Ben Higgins, by the way, joins us also. Hi, Ben.
Good morning.
If you're a baseball player and Louisville Sluggers, like we're sending you some bats because hey man, I'm out of bats. Game time comes. Bat order never came. Hey, you'll be fine. You make $25 million a year. You borrow somebody's bat for a night. The order will be there tomorrow. Cadillac problem is right. But I woke up. Well, not woke up. I left here yesterday. Well, they all came well after I left. Had they been sent yesterday, no problem. I could have knocked some out then.
Right. But after you leave on,
I'm done.
10 o'clock or whatever on Thursday.
11.
Well, yesterday you had the round table. Yeah. You stayed an hour after the round table yesterday.
No, but I would have if those commercials were in. I get it. I get an email. I go
Point
home.
is, we all go home. They can't get done until Friday morning.
Can't get done until Friday. Right? I get boom, 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 boom. 12 commercials. Hey, bro, these need to be in tomorrow. What? 12. So I'm frazzled. I'm cashed. I just had to go record them. I feel like my voice is shot already. So I had to do that this morning. And I
knew you were going to record them, but still, like, you didn't sit down in your chair in the studio until 5:57 this morning.
5:57 this morning.
You hadn't logged into your computer.
It took me forever.
And I go, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. But
we don't plan a whole lot on this show, but we'd like to plan, a couple things.
I just like to get lubed up a little bit, get warmed up. But I got it done.
Why didn't you get here at 4 this morning?
So
you've been here that early some days.
It's funny. I slept right up to my alarm for I do that one time a month. Slept right up to my alarm. Got out of bed. I actually kind of skedaddled down here, and then I had to stop at the gas station and get gas because I've got to leave here. I got to go to therapy after that. It's all the way in Vista. So I want to make sure I get gas. I don't have time to cut them after the show because I got to get to Vista. Whew, well, we got it done. That's what we do. We handle business. Now, again, Gary, 12 commercials for 2 clients. If it was 12 new commercials that I was getting paid for,
right.
I'd be like, hello, my baby. Like just sitting here counting money. No. It's 12 commercials for 2 clients. 2 clients I love very much.
It's good to update the commercials.
Yeah, you got to freshen them
fresh.
up.
Listeners don't want to hear the same.
I don't think they care, to be honest.
30 and 60 seconds.
Sure, but it's weird when they put when the commercials that they put in are the same tired and it's the same copy.
It's also, if you knew that you needed 6 spots per client. Could you not spread that out over a couple of days?
Right.
Like Thursday afternoon, you get
here's
all
2,
12 of
here's
them.
2, here's 2. So now the worst part, my worst part's done. Now Paulie's got before vacation, Benny has to go.
Yeah, I'm the one that gets the
He's got to go.
worst
He's got to go load them all.
I think most people out there who have any sort of 9 to 5 job can relate with the
busy work,
big work dump right at the end of whatever your week
whatever
is.
you do,
like hour before you're about to head
3
out.
p.m. on Friday night.
Yeah,
or on Friday
and
afternoon.
It's like,
fine.
What? I need this stack of
TPS
invoices
reports
paid before you leave for the weekend, and you're like, I had everything dialed.
I
was ready to go. I was in cruise control mode.
Yeah, dude.
Cut out maybe 30 minutes early, and you just dump all of this on my desk right before the weekend. Come on.
And it's like busy work too, So anyway, no big deal. We got it done. It's fine. Now I got I wanted to ask you guys this, and our audience. You guys are so loyal. I feel I see the same people every single morning in the chat right at 6 a.m. I can't tell you how much that means to us. For those of you that may be tuning in for the first time or, listen sparingly in the morning, we had this conversation, I would say probably 3 weeks ago. And I got a phone call yesterday from our boss, Adam. I need to run it by you. Neither of you got the same phone call. And he called me specifically. I have a couple of different theories about why he's doing this. But he called me yesterday. He was very sweet. My wife was home sick yesterday, and she didn't really get going till about 4:00 p.m., man. She had a migraine of epic proportions. She did not get out of bed. She was vomiting, the whole thing. So I went home right after the show, and I didn't do anything. I just stayed there in case she needed something. And I'm kind of laying on the couch, decompressing, and my phone rings. It's Adam. It's maybe 11:15. I go, hello? How's Hannah? She's fine. She's good. She's just sleeping. I'm trying to be quiet because I'm kind of, she has a migraine. The last thing you want to hear is my voice. And he's like, good. I'm like, all right, but thanks for checking. He goes, quickly. I go, oh God. He hit me with the quickly. I go, oh.
So the real reason
I called. He goes, quickly. And he stopped. He goes, I got a call today. And I'm panicked. I go, oh God, did I say penis or something that you're mad about? Like, what is it? Dong, schlong. Like, what is it? What did I say?
Just keep listening to him until you hit
Pecker.
The one that causes him
Shaft,
to lose his mind.
Right? What is it? What did I say? So my brain starts accessing all the things I said in, by the way, this 3-second pause. So I got a call today. I go, oh, God, here it comes from our promotions department. And I go, oh, okay, what's going on? He goes, you're never going to believe this. And I go, what is it? And he goes, they want to get updated headshots of everyone on the station. And I go, oh, no. Now, for you loyal tier ones that tune in every day at 6, we had this exact conversation 3 weeks ago. We were laughing at some old headshots of ours. They're the worst thing of all time. They're horrific. I don't think sometimes you'll see them pop up places, but I don't like them. But
like the Jumbotron at Petco Park.
Yeah, well, that was right after, right? So he said to me, he goes, look, I know that you don't want to do this. He goes, and I'm not a dictator. And I go, well, what are you asking me to do? You're asking me to take a headshot. And he goes, yes, but I heard your segment where you don't want to do it. And I said, exactly. And he said, they really want updated headshots. And I said, Adam, I don't even know if I'm going to be here, right? We don't even know if we're going to be here. He's like, yeah, but we've got summer things planned and we've got this and that. I said, okay. I go, there's a nut, Paulie. Oh my God, dude, it's the worst. I've seen cadavers more attractive than Ben and I in the picture. And he goes, I don't, he goes, so will you do it? I go, I don't want to. And he goes, why not? I go, if you really want me to be honest with you, it's because of my haircut. Okay. That's why I don't want to do a new headshot with my summer with my summer cut.
Wait, I thought
it's my summer cut.
That's not necessarily how you described your haircut 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. Like, we kind of questioned maybe this was a midlife crisis.
Right.
And you were like, no, I wanted to do this. I like it. It doesn't sound like you're very proud of your haircut if you won't take a picture.
I don't want it for a headshot.
I'm starting to get used to it. But I think your problem is that we do them so infrequently.
Yes.
You will live with it now for the next 5 or 6 years, possibly.
My Padres credential is still a picture from like my very first year back at the mighty 1090 when I sent in a picture for credentials.
Is from 2010. 2010 on my Padres credential.
Mine's probably 2015, yeah.
Oof. Mine's probably 2005.
So I go, hey, dude, can I wear a hat? He goes, I'm not crazy about that idea. I go, okay. He goes, well, let's think about it. They gave me 3 dates: July 13th, July 17th, and July 23rd. And I go, I don't know what's going to look like on July 23rd. I go, do you have anything in September? Is there anything in September? I said again. He goes, well, we have all these summer promotions. I mean, we are under contract until December 31st. So I'm kind of like at his disposal, his mercy.
We need something for the summer,
right?
So
something for the summer
now-ish, not in September.
And again, I don't mind the hair. There's times I'm like, oh yeah, you look mean. That's cool. Then there's times where I'm like, fine, but I don't want it in a headshot. Does that make sense? Like it's not a headshot haircut for me. I want to feel like myself. I take a headshot because I hate taking pictures. You know that, and I don't think any of us really enjoy taking pictures. But I said, he goes, so he does this to me. He goes, so basically, will you do it or will you don't? Will you not? And I go, no. I said no.
You just said no.
I said no. I'm not. I said I'm not taking I'm not taking the headshot.
So did he call anybody else at the station, or did you just
me
nix the whole thing for everyone?
No. So he's doing it for everyone.
So yeah, I get nothing. I don't get a call, a text, anything. It's totally up to Woods to decide whether we're doing it.
No.
What dates we're doing it, if we are doing it.
He knew I was the only one that would have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Like just take a picture. It's not that big of a deal.
I don't mind my reputation as the good guy who will just get it done when asked.
Oh, the brown-nosing corporate kiss ass.
But at the same time, I also don't like to it's just assumed that whatever Woods decides is going to be fine with Ben, and we don't even need to ask him. That we just need to go through Woods because he's the only one who has any yes or no authority for the Ben and Woods program.
Seven said Diva Woods, but you misspelled it. It's D-I-V-A. If you're going to insult me, spell it correctly.
Deva
Woods. Deva Woods.
You are a Deva.
I am such a Deva.
You are radio's biggest.
I'm not.
Deva in San Diego.
I'm not a Deva at all.
You are a Deva.
I came in and recorded my own spots this morning by myself. Okay? I'm not a Deva. I have a self-image problem. I have a self-image problem. This isn't I don't want to. I like this haircut enough, not enough to have it live for 15 years.
But remember, what they're replacing is much worse.
Wig.
It's always much worse. You look better now than any of those pictures. So, but it's still an improvement.
But if I grew my hair back, lost 10 pounds, then did the headshot, I'd feel much better. But I guess we don't have time to wait.
So we all have to wait for you to lose weight and get a haircut just because Adam needs some promotional photos for you, a media personality.
Hey, I have a solution. Just do it without me. Both of you go get your headshots as you will. Just go get your headshots.
There's a wig emporium down in North Park. We just pick something nice for you.
Maybe you could Photoshop some hair on me.
Give him the broccoli.
I was like, hey, and listen, I'm working on this. SD brother said, start working on the pasty legs too. I said, I wore shorts the other night when I coached. It's a big step for me. My wife goes, oh, shorts. I go, yes, shorts. I'm working on it.
We saw a lot of Wood's leg in Chicago.
You didn't have a choice. Yeah. There's no choice. If I could have walked around in a thong in Chicago, I would have. It was so hot.
I guess for me, like we started this segment kind of bitching about our job and how our job's a little bit different in that our problems really aren't that big of a problem. Sure. We understand. I do think this is actually something that most people can probably relate to with their jobs. And it's a phrase that we use around here, and it's called, you got to pick your battles. You got to pick and choose your battles with management, whether it's with management, somebody you work with, a business, whatever. You got to pick and choose your battles sometimes. My battle in a contract year, and I'm like, it's a picture. It's not that big of a deal.
My battle is not with management. It's with the management that lives inside me. That's the battle. Okay? That's what it is. It's not, if Adam said, hey, I need you to detail my car, I'd be like, all right, now we're overstepping the line here. Yeah, that's his job to ask me to take a headshot. I don't want to take a headshot. I don't like the way I look right now. It's not that I don't like the way I look. It's that I don't want this look to be the look that's remembered. Right?
Does that make sense? Your defining look
for the next. Yeah. I guess when I grow my head, then who's the diva? If I go back in 3 months, I'm like, take another headshot. Now we got to do it again. That my hair's grown back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I think that's probably a reasonable ask. Like, hey, we can do some for the summer, but can we schedule another one in the fall? Just when I have a different look.
And I won't.
Yes, I know.
I won't. So you guys, I think you guys should just go ahead and do it, or you just.
Have a blank space.
You would be mad at us for doing that
to fill in later.
It's a test. I'm testing both of you to see whose side you're on.
It's a picture,
and it is.
I have 100 photos that I could send Adam, but he just wants. They want the one, a close up with a corporate background, something that they can plug and play on a bunch of different promotional stuff. It's not that big of a deal.
Michelle says you guys are not photogenic, so get over it.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. That's helping.
Happy Friday, Michelle.
That helps my self-esteem tremendously. I feel better already.
Michelle, we're trying to make a point over here. Michelle, you're not helping.
Michelle, are you a therapist by any chance?
I think the issue is we took one good picture once.
That's us in the tux. That's it.
That now makes us believe that it is possible. However, unlikely to take good pictures of us, which makes
so jarring.
The other 99.9% of pictures that we take seem very disappointing in comparison.
Yeah. Are you looking at StreamYard right now?
I can be.
Okay, go ahead and pull that up because I went ahead and just imagined if we just threw some hair on.
All right. Oh, we've got some hair for Woods. There we go.
Oh my God, the broccoli,
broccoli-haired Woods.
Screenshot that, dude. Like, make sure that lives on social media.
At least 2 years younger.
I look like Clint Frazier, who used to play with the Yankees. Remember that redhead guy?
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. It's horrid.
You look like my nephew, and everyone's nephew,
and everyone's son. That's 14 and older. All right, that's one option.
You can just send that in.
Please no. Actually, that would be a really.
Here you go, Adam. Here's your headshot.
That'd be a really funny bit, to be honest. Maybe we can just find an old picture and submit that for me. But anyway, I thought it was an interesting phone call. I'm not. I guess I'll do it if you guys think I should. I'm not happy about it, but I'll do it.
I'm okay if you don't want to do it. I think you are worrying about it too much.
Probably.
You may end up liking the pictures.
We had a full 30-minute segment on how much we hated taking headshots.
That part is humorous.
And that's the funny part is he goes, I heard your segment. I know that this is, he goes, and trust me, I don't like taking pictures either. And I said, I get it. I said, so if you want me to do it, I guess I'll do it. I would have liked my hair to grow out a little bit more, but we'll be fine. God, it's just a never-ending kicks in the nuts every day. I'm just like, all right, sounds good. I think also, any chance he was testing me?
I don't think so.
To see what I would say. Is he a team player? Or is
He's
he not
putting himself through a lot, if that's what that was.
Are you guys pranking me? Is this a big prank? That's the other thing.
I had no idea about this.
This is the other thing.
I think headshots are a reasonable ask from an employer at a radio station every couple of years.
So here's the thing, Ben. You're 100% right. They never have asked us to do them. Now, all of a sudden, 8 years in, let's update these. Our only material here is from 8 years ago when we started. They've never asked us to update these. Why now? Why the sudden burst of management? Why the sudden burst of management?
That's a good point.
Why only now did you decide? Are you not him per se? Are they that bored that they're like,
I think we have a couple new people in the promotions department.
We need
Maybe
something
they're trying
to
to, like make an impression. Let's do some positive steps that have been lacking in the last few years.
Okay, they
shape up the place a little bit.
They came in, they saw how it was run, and they just want to make fixes. Okay, I can get behind that. But again, you got to look at, if you don't manage someone for 8 years, then all of a sudden show up, you're like, you need to do this, 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 and this. You can see the resistance potentially that person may have. Yeah. Not you or Paul. Obviously, you guys just fall in line, but I'm a person.
I have no choice. I'm not even asked.
I like to question things. So, all right. So I'll do the picture. Maybe I could wear a cool, you know how radio guys back in the day, all their headshots were cool, by the way. Like Hacksaw had great headshots. They're perfect for his personality. What if I had like a cool hat, like a newsboy, or maybe your Kangol, or like a fedora with press on the side? That'd be good. I like that.
Old-timey pictures.
We got a couple of goals hats here.
Here, throw me the bucket hat, Wally. Here's the next iteration of Ben and Woods. And the cool thing about this is I can go the green route or the orange route. And then if I don't like that, but this is against the green screen, so it may look...
Can't see too well. Is that Liam Gallagher over there?
It may just be my floating head. Just my floating face. So, yeah, man, self-conscious about Kevin James. A little self-conscious about it. I think the good news about here, though, unlike when the Padres did this to us, we'll actually have first right of refusal, where I can look at them and go, no.
Ooh, you could make his life miserable.
Who? The promote Adam? Yeah,
just make him redo it 8 different times.
The guy that used to run marketing for the Padres that took our pictures, I swear to God, I will believe it till the day I die. He purposely picked the worst pictures there and used those. We didn't get to see them. We had no idea. He chose them. He put them up. I wake up in a cold sweat about it. And I think if Hannah saw it then, I think if she saw it now, she may leave me. You know what I mean? They were that bad. You admit it.
I know, you want to blame everybody else, but I
remember your split grip on the bat. This was horrible.
It was bad. They asked me to take some new pictures at Channel 10 a couple weeks ago. And I said, sure. And we were in the green screen. And when we were done, the guy who took the pictures said, I don't like any of them. You look tired.
I remember.
Well, I probably was tired that day, but
did you ever did they ever send you you flipping up a football yet?
No, in fact, we had to reshoot those as well. And
did they bang those entirely?
Yeah, they banged those as well.
No, is there footage?
There should be. I've asked for it. I haven't gotten it yet, but you'll probably see it.
Ask harder.
It will eventually appear on television. It will run for months.
I have to see you standing there smiling,
flipping a football. Yeah, you'll see it.
It's so natural. It's such a natural thing.
At some point, it'll be all over Channel 10. You won't be able to miss it.
All right, when somebody sees that, let me know.
Before we move on, I just want on a different topic, not about your hair, but when you walked in wearing that shirt, and Woods is wearing a Joy Division t-shirt. You've worn it a few times before.
Big Joy Division.
It stopped me in my tracks because my son has that exact same t-shirt, or he did, and it was his favorite. He'd probably wear it once a week for 2 or 3 years in high school. It's just like the shirt that I associate the most with him. Graham, my youngest. Today is Graham's 21st birthday.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
And
you did?
Yeah. I didn't wear this for that reason.
No, that's what I mean.
I didn't know that.
Okay, that's...
I mean,
that's kind of crazy.
I know Graham likes Joy Division.
Yeah, he loves Joy Division, and he has that exact same T-shirt.
That's crazy.
And today I am now the father.
You just happened to wear that shirt.
Of all my children now can legally drink alcohol. That's the age that I have now reached today.
That's fantastic.
But I wanted to wish Graham a happy birthday. He's still living up in Seattle with his buddies.
Yeah.
We're going to see him later this month. We're meeting in Las Vegas,
birthday, Graham.
To celebrate. But
yeah, you're taking him to Thunder Down Under in the Hoover Dam.
Exactly.
What we decided.
Exactly. Actually, we're going to a yacht rock concert.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. He likes yacht rock.
Grand Canyon's only like a 3.5 hour drive through the desert. I mean, who wouldn't want to spend their 21st birthday there
with their dad at the Grand Canyon and then the Hoover Dam?
Now his buddy's like,
"Oh, it's a glass bridge."
And stuff. I said, that's exactly what you should do for your 21st birthday. Just let him take you wherever you're supposed to go. bring your ID.
I'll probably end up.
It's a lot of fun to the first time actually just get to show your ID
tonight or the U District.
Yeah, exactly.
Does he have Venmo?
I think he does have Venmo.
Right, I'm going to Venmo him a little cash for that. Did you send him some cash?
The birthday present is on its way.
You eyed your bag. Is it in there?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I was like, do you have a present you haven't sent
It's
yet?
electronic rather than...
Electronic present?
Yeah.
Like a robot?
No, it's money.
Money.
Electronic money?
Electronic money?
Electronic
yeah,
money.
You send it electronically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't let me send it before you send it.
I will. I was going to call him after the show. I'm sure he's still asleep right now.
Let's call him and wake him up and wish him a happy birthday. Come on.
Let me hear.
Let's do it.
Can we at least wait until the 9 o'clock hour?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
But we can call him.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right.
Happy birthday, G.
Yeah. Are we ready to get started?
Let's go.
All right.
Did you get him Morrissey tickets?
I did not. See, I should have checked to see if he was coming to Seattle. He loves Morrissey.
I got him a 97.3 t-shirt.
Hop Run Tours.
And a Yu Darvish bobblehead.
Yeah. Dude, you love Mason Miller. That's why I sent you this bobblehead. It's so good. So good. Happy birthday, Graham. I can't believe you're that old.
I know.
And I can't believe we're the same age.
Exactly.
And I'm still wiping. I'm still wiping asses at home sometimes.
You'll reach my age in 14 years when both of your kids are old enough to drink. And isn't that a scary thought?
I think Taylor feels like he's old enough to drink now. I think he feels like he's ready to knock a few back right now.
I'm pretty sure I saw him with a martini last time.
For sure, dude.
All right, we will come back. We do have a Padres game to talk about. Yeah, the pitching got it done. It was the offense that let the San Diego Padres down yesterday. We'll play our crap up to wrap up the week. It is a management report Friday. We will set the menu for the this edition of Ben and Woods. All coming up. Don't go away. Broadcasting live from our Bill House studios. We know how. It's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, I want to talk about my friends at Trajan Wealth. San Diego, of course, great place to live, but let's be honest, it's not getting any cheaper. Housing, healthcare, taxes, groceries, it all adds up. And when people start thinking about retirement, one fear rises to the top. I've had it before. I bet you have too. What if the money doesn't last? That's where Trajan Wealth comes in. TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth's fiduciary advisors help build people's retirement strategies designed for reality, not fantasy. Factoring inflation, market uncertainty, and the real cost of living right here in San Diego. Take the time to understand your goals and your comfort level because no two retirements look the same. So Trajan Wealth has offices at Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar, and they work with people who want confidence and not constant financial stress. If it's been on your mind, just start with a conversation. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1. Or just go online to TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Actually saw David P. Shapiro yesterday. He came by our Channel 10 studios.
What'd you do?
I'd lost control of my future a little bit and needed a little bit of help. No, he was our guest analyst when they announced the verdict for the Larry Miliete trial that's been going on the last few months here in San Diego. And of course,
that case is 5 years old.
Yeah, I think it was way back to 2001 when Maya Miliete disappeared.
That's right,
and he was arrested, her husband, a few months later because she never turned up, and they never found a body, but they felt like they had enough evidence in texts and context clues and the fact she was having an affair and he had found out about it, that they put together a case against him, and it wrapped up, and the jury was deliberating for just about a day. And yesterday they came out with their decision. So everyone sprinted into breaking news mode around town, and that involved David P. Shapiro coming in to discuss, criminal defense and that with Kimberly Hunt on our set. So I did get to see David, and he was, in fact, found guilty of first-degree murder. So, yeah, they are going to do the sentencing. But really one of the gnarlier legal crime stories in San Diego from this past decade came to a conclusion yesterday.
Okay.
But I got to see David P. Shapiro.
All right.
He's looking good, too.
I bet he
sharp
is.
Guy. Yeah. Absolutely sharp guy. If you ever need some legal help, please
doesn't mind doing
David
a headshot.
PShapiroLaw.com. He does not.
Does not mind doing a headshot.
I look like him. I'd have a lot more headshots.
For real. You good-looking people out there in your headshots. I'm very jealous of you.
Also, I went by Petco Park yesterday, a little pregame clubhouse, just to, see if they could get a series win. Talked to Gavin Sheets in the Padres clubhouse.
Quite a gentleman.
Is a really nice guy. And the funny thing is, I had a great conversation. You just won 2 in a row. Like, what can you take from the 10-run performance? The offense is starting to go, and he's like, yeah, it feels like we're starting to really click. Everything's kind of going. We just need to keep stringing the at-bats together just like we've been doing. And then they go out and they score 1 run on 1 swing, and that's it the entire game against a pitcher in Merrill Kelly who was having a really medium to poor season for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Very, very, very frustrating watch.
I'm not going to say he wasn't good. I think he was actually pretty good, hitting his spots and threw the ball well yesterday. But the Padres have to find a way, of course, to battle and get yourself some more offense. And the only couple of times they get someone on, right into a double play. It was just so frustrating.
Last night was one of those games, like when I was getting a little upset yesterday when we were talking about how the Padres have faced more top fastballs than anybody else.
Yeah.
And I'm going, well, first of all, like, I know it's not easy to hit anything in the major leagues, but like, don't you usually hunt the fastball? That's besides the point. It was like, what about the games like last night, the Merrill Kellys? We're not hitting those guys either. So that's why I'm like, it kind of just felt like a little bit of a cop-out or a little bit of an excuse making to be like, well, they've had to face a lot of tough pitchers. I'm like, well, they also don't hit Merrill Kelly.
I mean, yeah, that is it jumps off the page last night. Again, there's no comfortable at bats for 3 slobs like us or anybody listening in the big leagues. There's none. There's no comfortable at bat. There's not one guy in the big leagues you go, I feel like I could do some damage here. Unless you're an idiot or unless you think, way above what your talent level is. There's not one guy in the big leagues. There's not one guy in the minor leagues. So you go, all right, I'll take a shot.
Time that up.
But if you are Xander Bogaerts, Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis Jr., Jackson Merrill, hell, if you are, if you're Sung Moon Song, you're like, there's a little bit of a, okay, this guy's not going to go 98 at my neck, right? Like, I'm going to be okay.
And Manny took advantage.
He got a couple knocks.
Fastball down the middle, did what he should, put it over the fence, then took one in and absolutely laced a single in his next at-bat. Fernando did hit one, I think 114-mile-an-hour single to left field, but no one else did anything.
Nothing.
At all.
Yeah, it was really, it's one of those games where you're watching and you go, yeah, the killer instinct, let's put them away and win a series is not that's probably a sports media trope as well. Like, they're not held accountable. All of those tropes that we like to throw around when we lose. You had the opportunity. You had a guy that you should have been pretty comfortable against. You weren't. And he moved it around a little bit. But again, when you get a good start from Griffin Canning, you got to take advantage. That's kind of what it boils down.
That's what's frustrating.
Totally.
When Griffin Canning goes out and does his job, even though it was 4 2/3, like, it's a workhorse these days. You get through 4 2/3 with 1 run.
That's exactly it, though.
That's it.
You're not going to get that every time, so you got to take advantage of it when you do. We will talk about it coming up in our Padres Crap Up and more with Darren Smith in our 7 o'clock hour. Plus, we'll have some World Cup talk. Had an outstanding performance by France yesterday against Morocco. We can discuss that right after DDT at 7:20. In our 8 o'clock hour, we will have our SDCCU management report. It's not big bank banking, it is better. And on the eve of the Major League Baseball draft, we will be joined by Chris Kemp, the Vice President of Amateur and International Scouting. He is the draft point guy for A.J. Preller to talk about what to expect over the next 2 days. 20 rounds. Padres have the 21st overall pick in the first round. Tomorrow, they do the first 5 rounds Saturday, and then the rest of the draft comes up on Sunday. So Chris Kemp is going to join us for our management report coming up at 8. 8:20, we got our final game of the week at Take on Woods. All we have is a music category left.
Been a rough week for me.
I think everybody who has played a game this week is qualified for the trip to Las Vegas at the Fountain Blue.
Why do you say that with such a smirk and a smile? You see how he looked at me?
This is the tough one. If you want to get that 5-game winning streak, you got to beat Woods in music.
Yeah.
Makes it for a very tough. I don't know if we've ever had a full week that everyone's won an entire week. So a little pressure on you today.
This is the week
on
to
Take
do it.
on Woods. MLB Reach Around, Ryan will report on our 9 o'clock hour. And then we can look ahead. Padres taking on the defending American League champion Toronto Blue Jays this weekend to wrap up the first half of the season at Petco Park. And it's the last home series for more than 2 weeks because you got the All-Star break and then I believe a 10-game road trip right out of the chute coming out in the second half. The old Comic-Con road trip. You got to get out of town.
Got to get out of town, yeah.
Somebody asked me the other day, they go, do they always do this? Like, what? It always feels like after the All-Star break, they go to like Kansas City and St. Louis for 2 weeks. And I'm like, Comic-Con.
Yep, they do. Long road trip right out of the All-Star break every year because of Comic-Con.
Every July, you get like 1 or 2 early of the month home series. And then after that, it's like you won't see the Padres here until August.
Let's go down this year and just
Comic-Con?
muck around a little bit after the show one day.
Okay. It's not next week, but the week after.
When you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go down. It's such a scene, man.
It is. It's fun to walk around.
To not go down and check it out is criminal. Yeah, the people watching is great. It's just the best, dude. People have gone all out since last year's Comic-Con getting their costumes ready, and I think it's cool. I think it's really cool.
It's fun, yeah.
And as you mentioned, this is Paulie's final show for a week because he's taking some time off going with the missus to Las Vegas next week. So
you know what that means. Man, Hotel Megan.
Lots of air conditioning.
Tearing up the Cosmopolitan.
Tearing it up.
All right, let's check traffic.
The room, the suite that we get has like a see-through shower from the living room. It's like the clouded glass that you can mostly kind of see through, which is kind of sexy and cool. And then there's a Japanese soaking tub on the other side of the bathroom.
Wow. What makes the tub Japanese?
Built in Japan. Made in Japan. Engineered in Japan.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Designed in Japan.
All right, we will check traffic and then get to our Padres crap.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Please do.
It wasn't just the hitting that went wrong yesterday. Another problem continues to plague your San Diego Padres.
It was so bad I texted Chris Ello about it in the middle of the game.
That's coming up next here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 97.3 The Fan Traffic Center, here's your latest traffic update.
In San Diego, the 15 northbound looking like a good drive from the 5 all the way to the 52. The 94 westbound a little bit slow getting onto the 805 northbound. I'm Sam Tidrick, Odyssey San Diego traffic.
This update is brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety.
Speeding catches up with you when you get caught and handed a ticket, or worse, in a crash. No one makes summer plans for fines or a trip to the hospital after a crash. So slow down and follow the speed limit. Make your 100 days of summer and beyond the safest ones. A message from the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans.
It's a shame if they lose.
You got a problem.
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
Supremely stupid.
It's time for the Padres Crap Up with Ben and Woods. Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, here's something to cheer you up. The rooftop pool's open, day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
We'll give it 16 minutes of salt, and then we'll, get back on the pump and figure it out.
This game has got to come to an end.
Kelly delivers. Machado swings at the first pitch, sends it in the air to deep right. Corbin Carroll back at the wall, leaps up, gonna go! Manny Machado off the top of the right field wall, bouncing into the seats. A leadoff homer in the bottom of the second inning. His 19th of the year. And the Padres take a 1-0 lead. This pitch, and way up and away. It goes over his head to the backstop. Kepler will come in to score, and a wild pitch ties this game 1-1. 2-1, and Perdomo hits it on the ground up the middle. That's into center, and a base hit. Troy rounding third on his way, and he will score. Go-ahead RBI single for Geraldo Perdomo. And for the first time tonight, the Diamondbacks lead. It's 2-1. 1-2, the pitch. Arenado swings, hits it in the air, deep to left center field. Sheets going back. He will turn to watch. This one gonna go. Arenado at it again. His second home run of this series. A 2-out solo shot in the 6th inning, and the Diamondbacks have added on. It's 3-1. Now nobody on. 2-1 Arizona. Pitch to Gurriel. Launched on a line to left. Sheets over towards the line. Dives and makes the catch. Gavin Sheets, let's hang a star. Big boy going to get it towards the line in left field. And 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch on the way, and Bogart swings and misses. Strike 3. Another 1-2-3 inning, and this one will end the game. Diamondback pitching puts down the last 14 men to come to bat, and Arizona earns a split with a 3-1 win here tonight.
I think Merrill Kelly got us again. He's kind of just had his way with us ever since he's got to Arizona. From what I remember, I think very few times have we gotten him back, and tonight was again one of those nights.
It's still a lot of baseball out, but this, win 1, lose 1, win 2, it's kind of spin your wheels. Like, how can you guys get on a roll? Kind of what you need to do to.
We believe that at any point we could go on an 8-game winning streak, and we do that, and we're right back in the hunt, and we're right where we need to be. We have less games to do that than we did coming into this homestand, but I'm going to believe, and I'm going to push these guys, and these guys are going to push each other. We had a lot of conversations this week about it. You can't make a winning streak happen. All you can do is put in the work every day, show up every day with the right focus, discipline, and attitude, and then hope the chips fall where they go in the right way. And we need some breaks to go our way, and right now, like a game like tonight, we didn't hit the ball very well, and that's not going to help us, go on a sustained run. We've got to have consistent, days and weeks of hitting the ball the way we're capable of, like last night, and play games like that on a consistent basis.
I was going to ask how that last answer made you feel,
it doesn't land very much right now. It just doesn't. I'm not, again, nothing personal. It just doesn't land. An 8-game winning streak. Let's start with 1, right? Let's start with 2, then 3, then 4. You can't win 8 till you win 3 in a row. You had a chance to beat a team that you're better than. You're better than the Diamondbacks, in my opinion. You are. You're better than them.
We have the exact same record as the Diamondbacks.
I know, but you're better than them. You're a better team, in my opinion. You
have been the last few seasons.
Spent a lot more money than they do. And you had a chance to take 3 out of 4, which again, it's 3 out of 4, and splitting a series ultimately isn't terrible. It's not the most terrible thing, but it gets you nowhere.
3 out of 4, you keep doing that, you'll gain ground quickly.
Yeah, you're just spinning your wheels a little bit, man. So it doesn't
That's
really
the game you have to have.
It doesn't land with win. It doesn't land with me. We talked yesterday on the roundtable, Benny, about it was Ryan Cohen, actually, the most positive person in the Padres fan base, that was like, yeah, man, Craig's a good guy. Don't know if he's going to be a good manager, but it just doesn't land. You're also asking him. We are all asking him to be somebody that he's not, which you kind of hate. Don't you kind of hate somebody that's not a genuine person? He is going to be who he is. I'm going to have to be able to swallow those post-game press conferences. I didn't like Schultz. I didn't like Bomels. Maybe I don't like any manager after a loss. Maybe I don't like any manager after a loss, what they say. It always rings hollow. Aaron Boone may be the worst of all time. I saw one recently. He's like, nobody wants to hear this, but Camilo Duvall is actually throwing the ball pretty well. He's not. Everyone has eyes. Like, no one wants to be gaslit and be like, you're not seeing what you're seeing.
I've got a bit of a funny story about Craig Stammen. First, though, I want to address the 8-game winning streak. He's not wrong. I wouldn't be shocked if the Padres did roll off a winning streak at some point. Here's the problem. Even an 8-game winning streak now doesn't necessarily, as he said, that gets you maybe back into it. They're now 5.5 games out. Both the Marlins and Phillies won yesterday.
Yep.
They're 5.5 games out of a playoff spot. Now, if they were in the American League right now, they'd be half a game out of a playoff spot.
But we're not.
You're all in. You're going for it. No problem. But unfortunately, you're in the National League. And you're 5.5 games back. You could win 8 in a row, and you could still be 3.5 games back. Right. That's not guaranteeing you anything. And when you get to the point of your season where an 8-game winning streak only sort of improves your standing a little bit,
then you're screwed.
You're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
and that's why we're probably heading toward a really tough decision later this month where the Padres are probably going to have to consider selling off pieces.
I agree. And I'll tell you this. You're right about one thing. They will go on a winning streak.
Oh, yeah.
After it's over.
Right. It'll frustrate you.
When
they do it. Like in 2023.
Yeah, I wanted to die.
When they ran off a ton of wins at the end of the season. I think this team does have it in them to do that, but I just don't know that it's going to make a difference at the end of the year. So you have to keep that in mind. Now, one thing I do like about Craig Stammen, I was in the clubhouse yesterday waiting around. I was about to talk to Gavin Sheets. Stammen walked out of his office. You don't see him in the clubhouse area a lot, at least during open media. I haven't seen him in there all season.
He should be in there yelling at those guys.
But he, and the open media portion's 45 minutes out of the 6 hours he's there before the game. So you don't see generally what goes on before the game. But he walked in, and Ty France kind of yelled over to him good-naturedly. He said, "Hey, Skip, you lied to me." And Craig kind of walked over to talk to him, and they chatted for a second, smiling. It was definitely a positive, happy conversation. And then Craig walked away, and I just kind of, because I was standing there, and I go, well, there's a headline tomorrow morning. Manager lying to his own players.
Fighting in the clubhouse.
That's not a good thing. And Craig had a big laugh and walked back to his office. Don't know that I could have done that last season.
Yeah.
And laughed and joked about it. And then France said, no, I'm just trying to talk my way into the lineup because he hasn't been in the lineup a couple of days. It's tough. They're trying to find a spot for Gavin Sheets, Sungmun Song, some guys who are playing well. And Francie hasn't gotten to play as much lately.
Why would you put one of your best hitters in?
He's trying to get his way back into the lineup. He's been struggling a bit too. His numbers have dropped off. So trying to find the right combination. It didn't work yesterday for the San Diego Padres.
They do what I do and just bat everyone. Just bat 13.
When we come back, soccer players not beating the rap of being soft next on the Fan.
Jeez, what a team.
Baseball coverage at 97.3 The Fan is presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi. One price, 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity. Imagine that.
That was a dramatic.
I know, a little dramatic pause. I want to finish our baseball coverage quickly. We never got to the continuing problem, but you know what?
Your tease was also very offensive to anybody
Soccer
that
players?
likes soccer.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. I did want to mention, once again, the Padres had lost all their challenges by the 5th inning. Luis Campusano to blame yesterday. He was the one who lost both of them. Although Yuki Matsui running off the mound like he was 100% sure he had struck out Corbin Carroll to end the inning.
Probably sways him.
May have influenced the challenge decision by Luis Campusano just a little bit there in the 5th inning. So I will give him at least some latitude on that one. But it's
how
just
about the one in the
continuing.
first?
That was insane.
Guys,
that was insane.
This should not be that hard. Here's a hard and fast. Well, maybe it can't be a hard and fast rule. I was going to say no challenge in the first, but if his base is loaded, 3-2,
then
okay,
you probably do want to challenge it in the first inning.
But here I am, a sports radio host schlub that just had that critical thinking in my head. Not with a runner on first in a 2-2 count.
It was a 1-2 count that would have struck out and end the inning, which is good if you're right.
I thought it was 1 out.
It was 2 outs, and then the next pitch he struck him out in the inning ended.
Right.
So nothing really changed except you lost a challenge going forward, which then I thought Mike Pomeranz made a pretty decent point before the game, and then he reiterated it afterwards. He said pitchers like Merrill Kelly, the ABS system has hurt them because they need to nibble, and they need to get you to swing at pitches off the plate. And knowing you have ABS now, you're not going to get that help from the umpires as much, and it has hurt him this year. But when you lose both of your challenges, all of a sudden Merrill Kelly goes like, no, I don't have to worry about ABS anymore. I can nibble all over the place, and I may get some calls, and they may have to swing now because they're not sure that they can challenge because, hey, it may be an inch off the plate. They can't challenge it if they get it wrong. So they're swinging now at pitches that I want them to swing at. That's a big advantage for the Diamondbacks pitcher when you lose your challenges early in the game.
The second one, Jay Hughesy in the chat says that's on Matsui. Any catcher should support their pitcher in that case. I mean, unless you're Dalton Rushing and you're catching Shohei Ohtani, but Yuki Matsui is not Shohei Ohtani. It's 5th inning. I mean, that's it. You're done. You're out again. You look and there's those little lines next to the SD are not lit up, and you go, this can't be. I texted Ello. I said they're out of challenges again in the 5th because he was pretty upset about it yesterday on the roundtable, and I think for good reason. There's no improvement. There's no improvement. That's the thing. Is like we're going to take a different route. It's just they haven't improved in that aspect. I think they're the worst in baseball.
I would tend to agree. And the problem is it's not the same problem every time. They've also not challenged when they need to be challenged.
Correct.
So you can't just issue an edict saying,
right,
here's what we're doing from now on. No, you need to be more aggressive at times, and you need to be less aggressive at times.
I have an idea. Everyone gets a dog collar shock thing on their taint, and somebody in the clubhouse hits the button, and that's when they know to challenge. You can do it very fast. Very boop, hit it, pat your head, something.
Trash can banging,
whatever. At this point, I'm not above anything. But it's just getting uglier and uglier right now. That was a bummer. It was the kind of game too where you're like, well, we're only down 3. I texted you guys in the 9th. You need some magic. It wasn't very magical, but half the game I was. Bo goes, did Johnny Brito just pitch that inning? I go, I don't know. I was scrolling on my phone. It was just like one of those.
It just went by.
It was here in front of me.
Yeah.
And I was just scrolling on my phone.
It was
did he pitch, by the way?
I don't think so.
No, he did not.
Okay.
It was a very 2026 standard Padres game where the pitching was okay, kept you in it, and you're 3-1, 2-1. You're one swing of the bat. It's going to keep your attention the whole time, but you never really felt like the Padres would take control and win that game.
I thought it felt like a 2023 game. Score 10 one day and look like world beaters, and then do nothing and lose by a couple of runs the next day. That was that season in a nutshell. This one hasn't been as good as that one because that team actually, I mean, that was overall a much better team in 2023 that also didn't make the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
But,
right.
Much more talent.
And again, pitching was good. I know that Griffin Canning gave up 2 runs, but didn't give up much hard contact. I thought he pitched well. Even the home run that Matsui gave up, I mean, it was a 1-2 splitter below the zone. Nice job by Nolan Arenado going down and getting that. But for the most part, I thought pitching was very solid for the San Diego Padres yesterday.
Bro, 3 runs all in. Can't be the nail in the coffin for a team that was really scorching the ball the night before. Off again, a guy that's fairly similar to the guy you saw the night before. So it's a bummer. So they split the series. Just treading water.
Meanwhile, Darren Smith's going to join us bottom of the hour. We will talk some World Cup, but I want to pay off that tease. And the World Cup's been phenomenally entertaining. Watched the game yesterday between France and Morocco. France does look like they are by far the team to beat. They won 2-0, probably could have been about 9-0 in that game. It's just like every player they have is seemingly a superstar. But there was the moment in the first half when Kylian Mbappe gets the breakaway. Man, that guy is fast. Did you see how he was moving on the soccer field? Like he had 2 speeds that the other players did not. He was just gone, gets the foul, the penalty in the box, and then they take a while to review it on the VAR. I think they said it was like 3+ minutes between the time the foul was called and he finally got to shoot his penalty shot, which of course was stopped by Morocco's goalkeeper. And the announcers were just going, I mean, that's that long delay. They need to be able to get to it faster. He was totally thrown off by waiting for 3 minutes to make his penalty shot.
I felt the same way. I really did. Now, this is different than like you've got a 6-footer to win the Masters, right? Like let's make the whole 25 feet wide, right? Like I thought the same thing. I go, guys, this is one of the best soccer players in the world. He's got to drain that, period. He's got to drill that. Like, there's no 2 ways about it, right? Like, they made such a big deal out of this VAR wait. And, again, it would be like, hey, all right, hey, bottom of the 9th. Team's down 2. You got the bases loaded, 2 outs. We're going to bring out a tee for you and see how you do, a big league hitter. You get the tee. And, it's too long to wait. I can't believe he's got to actually walk out to the mound, like walk out to home plate and swing this bat. What? Like he's got to make that.
And the goalie also who's probably under a much more difficult circumstance. He has to wait as well, and he's standing around waiting for one of the best players in history, Kylian Mbappe, to fire it at him with no one to stop it. I mean, I feel like that's the tougher situation to be in.
The problem for Kylian, you could see he's reset himself several times. So wait till they make the call. Give it one good hard reset and then go out and make your penalty kick. I thought it was crazy.
Now, of course, he came back and made a terrific goal in the second half.
I understand that they're not automatic. Messi missed 2 penalty kicks. I understand that they're not automatic. That's fine. Like sometimes the guys guess right. Free throws are not automatic.
That's part of it as well.
It's part of it as well.
If the guy dives the other way, we're going, wow, what a great penalty kick. And you just don't know.
I think it was just the commentary on it. Like, there's against these odds, there's no way. Obviously, he's going to miss that kick against these odds. I thought it was insane commentary.
You do still see, the players writhing in agony, trying to draw the foul calls. And they inevitably then get up 30 seconds later and just move on. Like anything's there. I would do it too if I was a soccer player because it's the only way you can, draw a foul from the officials. If you play through it, if you act like, no, that guy didn't, kick me in the back of the leg. I'm just going to
keep soldier on.
Then they're never going to call it. Like you need to show them that you've been kicked somewhere so that they give you the foul call. That's just, it's human. Psychology 101 right there. I mean, if the referee doesn't see you go down, he's probably not going to blow the whistle. So then you have to do that. It's just built in and baked into the game.
Homeboy tried it last night with the Diamondbacks. When that ball hit the knob, he tried to run down and sell it to first base and get on base.
That never seemed like a hit by pitch.
No, it was as loud as could be. Right. And you feel like it sounded like a gunshot. So if you got hit in the hand and it sounded like that, which, if it's bone on, ball on bone, But you didn't even shake your hand, really. You just kind of ran down to first base. So selling it is part of it, obviously. But I just thought, again, I'm not saying you have to be automatic. I'm saying the commentary around that was insane. It was insane. They act like, I can't believe they're making him run 3 miles before he kicks this penalty kick. He had to stand around for a minute and wait.
I mean, half the time they don't think it's a penalty. They go to VAR and then they give it to you 3 minutes later.
Right.
Is that any different? If he had thought it wasn't a penalty and was granted one, I'm pretty sure he would have been thrilled to get the opportunity to get a penalty kick in that situation. Didn't matter. They were by far the better team.
Could have won by 7 goals.
Today, Spain takes on Belgium. That's a noon start up in Inglewood. I wonder how many people in San Diego are going up to the match today.
I bet a lot.
A World Cup quarterfinal within 100 miles of your home is something you're not going to see more than, once or twice maybe in a lifetime.
I wonder what tickets are going for up there. Got to be
quite a bit.
Thousands.
Quite a bit, I'm sure. Hey, if you're in the chat, or if you're on, you want to tweet us, let us know if you're heading up to the game, what you paid for your tickets to get up there.
Yeah.
Spain obviously is very good. I think they're the European champions. So if anybody's got a chance to knock off France, probably would be them. Belgium, of course, had the win over the United States, trying to ride that momentum. We'll see what happens this afternoon as they look for the second spot in the semifinals today. And then 2 games tomorrow, and then we're down to the Final Four in the World Cup as we get to the nitty-gritty of this tournament.
Okay.
All right. Don't Do This is coming up next.
Man, there's been a lot of baseball chatter about pulling guys too early for managers. This is some unwritten rules chat that I really didn't get. I really didn't understand this yesterday. It happened in the Guardians game from their announcers. We'll play that for you. It's pretty ridiculous.
Plus, slip of the tongue by a Major League Baseball manager may have revealed something that was not supposed to be revealed. We will get to all of that coming up next with Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Quickly first, I like things easy and convenient, right? And I think a lot of us do. I'm probably not alone in that feeling, but I wanted to tell you about SuperSure Insurance. If you are a business owner, if you're the CFO or HR manager, go recommend to someone that you go to supersure.com. So if you're the HR manager, go to your CFO, go to your owner and say, we need to check out SuperSure today. They are the SuperSure agent, the super agency built for you. They're licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits. Pretty important stuff to have, as you know. They got year-round support for you and your team. Supersure.com, access tools like the fine print facts, which translates your current policy into plain English so you can see what's covered and what's not. Plus, the BVC, the business value calculator, you can estimate what your business is worth. You know what actually needs protecting. Again, go to supersure.com, one super agency, one powerful platform, all of your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com today. That's supersure.com, paid for by SuperSure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't Do This, brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
All right. Sometimes I enjoy the home run derby. Other years, it's
I do.
Last year's was pretty good. We found out the 6th participant in the home run derby yesterday. Bryce Harper, going to participate in his hometown.
Makes sense.
He, of course, was involved in 2018 in a showdown against now teammate Kyle Schwarber in a home run derby, which is kind of interesting. But the Don't Do This may go to Phillies manager Don Mattingly, who was talking with reporters after his team's 1-0 win over the Cincinnati Reds yesterday, and may have let something slip that has not been announced yet when he was asked about his feelings of, are you excited to see Bryce swing it in the Derby? Here's what Don Mattingly said.
You excited to see Bryce swing it in the Derby?
Yeah, I am, actually. I'm glad he's doing it, especially in Philly. Him and Kyle both, right?
Oh, wait, what?
Not sure on Kyle yet.
Oh!
I thought Kyle was going to do it, but maybe he's waiting to make sure he's...
Oh, he's just digging.
Yeah. So I'm glad he's doing it, especially in Philly.
Yeah. He
ever have a realization that I just said something, that
immediately
I was not supposed to say? Kyle Schwarber has not committed to the home run derby. There are 2 slots still available. It would make a lot of sense in his hometown. Obviously, he's
go
the
against
top
his teammate
home run hitter. It would create a lot of drama, but no one said anything. Is Major League Baseball waiting for a dramatic reveal? What's going on? Is Kyle Schwarber still not sure? But Don Mattingly seems to know something that the rest of us do not know and may have let the entire world know about it, which is awkward because if Kyle Schwarber decides not to, now everyone's going to go,
oh,
kind of sounded like you were planning to do the home run derby, and now you're not doing it. What happened?
Yeah, he hurt. What's going on?
May have put himself and his player in an awkward position there after the game yesterday.
So confirmed right now for the home run derby, Bryce Harper, Jordan Walker, Jack Caglione, Ben Rice, Junior Caminero, and Wilson Contreras. Who will he try? Who will he try to fight during the home run derby?
Wilson Contreras?
Yeah.
Well, they did.
His dad, who's thrown to him.
Right. He's actually suspended for the rest of the first half and the first game of the second half, but they did say that doesn't count for the All-Star game. You do get to play in the All-Star game. I think they reduced his suspension yesterday from 6 to 5 games for starting, 2 fights in a row and two straight days in a row?
Yeah, just getting run and suspended.
But he will be there. He's having a really good season, actually. And the Boston Red Sox are only 2.5 games out of the playoffs.
Battling back. They were
so terrible. And you always think, then, if the Boston Red Sox are in the playoff hunt, why aren't the Padres? Well, Boston Red Sox are in the American League.
Oh, this is going to be the
new different thing.
Paulie.
Oh, no, it's the new run differential.
Yes, I can see it.
Well, yeah, but run differential was reason for encouragement, I thought. This is reason for negativity.
But
you can't be optimistic about the Padres because they're in the National League.
Right. I know.
It's it's kind of a fool's errand now to think the Padres can come back. You can think the Boston Red Sox are going to come back. They don't even have to be that good because they're in the American League.
They're in the American League. And if the Padres were
in the American League, you'd be going for it for sure.
There you go.
But you probably shouldn't be doing
because you're
in the National
League.
Right?
Yes, you got it. You nailed it. I found this interesting yesterday. Gavin Williams was pitching against the Minnesota Twins, and he's really good, man. He has an electric arm for the Cleveland Guardians, and he was through 4 1/3. The Guardians were leading 1-0. So 4 1/3. He's into the 5th. Royce Lewis comes up. It's a 1-0 game. His team trailing. This is what happens. Gavin Williams, by the way, is throwing a perfect game through 4 1/3.
A bunt in the air. It will go foul by Royce Lewis. With a 1 out here in the 5th inning. Look at Gavin shaking his head. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
A lot to say about that right now. I mean,
what?
Play the game, but
bunts it again, and this one's out of play.
Yeah, there's some grumbling down by me, Cody. You don't got to say a word.
The 2-strike pitch, and he softly serves one into right field.
They were really mad.
There is no justice in this world.
They were really mad that he tried to lay down a bunt to break up Gavin Williams' perfect game in the 5th. Down a run, by the way. Here's the deal. They were like, you could tell. I mean, you heard the guy that they cut down to is probably a former player. You know, tell me there's some grumbling going on down here. Bro, in a 1-run game, in the 5th, you're down a run. You look up, the third baseman's back. It is not your responsibility as the hitter to make sure Gavin Williams gets his perfect game. In fact, it's the opposite. You're trying to break up somebody's perfect game by any means necessary. If you don't like it, defend the bunt. Every time.
Bunts it again.
Oh, my God.
This one's out of play.
There's some grumbling down by me, Cody. You don't got to say a word.
Cody Allen.
A couple of things also.
Wow, I was blown away.
I hate that. It's not the batter's responsibility to know a perfect game is going on, especially in the 5th.
Of course.
A lot of pitchers don't even know.
Gavin Williams did, apparently.
Had a perfect game going. A lot of pitchers until like the 6th have no idea. They just felt like, oh, yeah, I think I got 1, 2, 3 most of the innings, right? Did I let anybody on base? Why would a hitter in the 5th inning be thinking about the opposing pitcher's perfect game? It's a 1-run game. You're the tying run. You're trying to get on base and start a rally
against
in the 5th inning.
Against a really good pitcher.
He's like, I'm not going to end up the answer to some trivia questions.
Yeah,
right. The 5th inning.
Padres fans, longtime Padres fans remember Ben Davis against Kurt Schilling, which was in the 8th inning. But it was a very close game. It was 2-0.
Yeah, and he lost his mind.
And, it set up a big debate. I will acknowledge, if it's 9-0 in the 9th and a guy is trying to pitch a perfect game and all you're trying to do is break up the perfect game with a bunt and you have no chance to start a rally, swing away in that situation. Maybe in the 9th, like in a huge blowout.
Defend the bunt. Robert Stock, a pitcher, yesterday was like, no one should ever think that they're not going to bunt at any time and every time and be ready for it. He's a pitcher. I love Bob Stock. He always has really good takes on Twitter. And he was like, no, you have to be ready for it at all times. It's not it's not your opponent's job to make sure that you make history. In fact, nobody wants history made against them. You do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. I'm never in favor, Ben, of a 12-run lead, stealing bags and things like that. But if you're going to throw a perfect game against me, buddy, I'll stick my elbow out there. I'll try to get a bunt down. Whatever happens, it doesn't matter the score. I don't want to be perfect gamed ever. I don't want to be a part of that. I'll pass.
Yeah, it's never fun to be on the wrong side of an historic moment.
But if we're up 9-0 in the ninth, I'm not stealing a bag on you. Right. I'm not trying to steal a bag. I'm taking it easy a little bit. Certainly, I respect you and what a tough day you've had. Certainly. But I am not trying to let you make history on me. Like, if he's at 19 strikeouts, he's trying to tie Kerry Wood here. I'm like, I may lay one down, dude, for real. For real. I'm not trying to make history.
Quickly, we want to get to a quick do this. I've got one for you guys.
DD mega do.
Terrence Smith's downstairs.
Let's go.
Get him. I'm going to go let him in.
Let's go get him.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I will also throw in Eduardo Valencia for a do this. Ever heard of Eduardo Valencia?
I've not.
8 years in the minor leagues. Finally gets called up by the Detroit Tigers yesterday. First at-bat comes as a pinch hitter and hits a home run in his very first at-bat.
Unreal.
Pretty amazing
Pinch hit
story.
home run.
Pinch hit home run.
The day he was called up from AAA Toledo and gets in the game, pinch hitting for Kerry Carpenter in the 7th against Hogan Harris. 425 foot shot to center field as the Detroit Tigers won that game. So good for Eduardo Valencia.
This is like the longest name ever, but it starts with one. In the chat says no Bryce FanDuel stuff. I do want to talk about that.
I saw that,
but I also saw that it was not as reported.
Well, we can get into it as well. Yeah, I think there needs to be a little more clarity
context
on that
and clarity.
story,
but
we can talk about it at some point.
I'd like to hear from Bryce Harper on it. I don't know if they talked to him.
Yeah, and plus this was something that happened last November.
Yeah,
so I'm just curious. But that for now is don't and do this for a Friday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, someone go let Darren Smith into the building. He's going to join us in person. Coming up next, we'll talk Padres, soccer, and more. SDFC is coming back as well next week, all on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, SDFatLoss.com is the program I used to lose 40 pounds in 60 days. Did it over 3 summers ago, and I have kept all the weight off for those 3 years. How did I do it? I don't really know. It's just the way the program works. I know how I lost the weight. I followed the strategies from my great counselor, showed me how to eat, when to eat, what the portion size should be. Didn't have to exercise, and I lost weight like they said I would, up to a pound of fat per day, 10 to 20% of my body weight in just 60 days. But something changed in me over those 60 days because it was so much easier to keep the weight off than any other weight loss program I had gone through. My metabolism was up. I had more energy. I just felt better. And that's what SDFatLoss.com is all about. You could try the injection route, the GLP-1s. Maybe they'll work for you, but keep in mind, you have to keep taking those indefinitely or the weight is almost certainly going to come back on. You're going to lose muscle, not just fat. Your metabolism goes down with those. With SDFatLoss.com, they want to get your metabolism up. I eat fairly normally now, but I don't gain the weight back. Find out how it can work for you by setting up a free consultation at SDFatLoss.com. It's all based on real food. You don't buy any shakes or bars or prepackaged meals. And when you sign up for the program, take $200 off from me, Ben, and 97.3 The Fan. Their summer special right now at SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
It is a Friar Friday management report. Chris Kemp, Vice President of Amateur and International Scouting, is going to join us coming up at the top of the hour. But first, what a treat. Unexpected this morning, because joining us in studio for his regular Friday feature, SDFC broadcaster, World Cup commentator, and Padres Friar Territory podcast host, Darren Smith is with us here on 97.3 The Fan. Good morning, Darren.
Good morning. Good morning.
Now, is his camera working?
It is.
Should it be?
Wow.
Wow.
All
Look
right.
at that. Look at that face.
Look at that face.
What happened to that guy?
Are you on the UFC card this weekend?
Yeah, I am.
What's going on?
Turn that light right on him.
Yeah.
Octagon. Let's show
Octagon
it.
has my name all over it. Ben, you'll be happy to know that my television career has been cut short.
You were killing it on
Yeah,
your Fox appearances.
I was.
They just started putting you out there by yourself. At first, it was like, okay, we'll have someone there with Darren. Then he was just mic'd up with an earpiece.
Yeah,
and they were
the
getting
hanging
just
mic.
like, I saw you were on TV way more than I was.
I know.
Did you?
It's over. It's over, Johnny.
Now, what happened? Drunken brawl in IB. Soccer fans can get a little bit nuts from time to time.
Hooliganism up in Seattle.
Yeah.
I just could not deal with that loss to Belgium. So furious about Christian Pulisic not exactly being carried off on the shield. So, I was in a bike accident. All those videos that I post on Instagram.
Yeah.
Cruising around. That was just a normal Thursday 8 days ago. And took a wreck in Chula Vista, hit face first onto the pavement, broke my orbital bone, which is not great. In studio because I have a follow-up appointment with a plastic surgeon at 8:30 today. So.
You have to get that moneymaker back in place
exactly.
there. Yeah.
I can't let this blossoming TV career just go to waste.
Can I say that
as Marty said, you're finally getting a boob job. So I have to go for a follow-up just to hopefully knock on wood. Things are better. Things are a lot better.
So what happened? You just lost control? Did you run over something? A pothole? Didn't see something?
Yeah, just kind of a freaky. Yeah, my wife would probably be able to answer it better. I kind of,
Was she riding behind you?
She was right behind me.
It's called a concussion. You don't really remember.
So, there were people on the bike path. We were down by the Gaylord Hotel, the Gaylord Pacifica down there in Chula Vista. And there's this stretch where there's like an S curve, you make a right and then a left, and there's people on the path. So impatiently I got onto the street. And then when we got back onto the path, it was a hard left, lost control. Ooh. The bike is, I ride an e-bike. These are heavy.
Yeah.
Lost control. I think my back foot got somehow stuck under the frame. The back tire goes out. The bike collapsed on my leg, and I just went down like a sack of potatoes, and I went face first into the pavement. So
gnarly.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Damn, dude.
I mean, really, it just was, just kind of a freak accident. I've been riding a bike for, 50 years. Never wore a helmet. Have to wear a helmet now.
Yeah.
So
it did. Helmets were not. We've talked about this. When we were kids, you would get called every name in the book if you wore a helmet. Like you couldn't. You're like, Dad, I'm gonna get my ass kicked if I wear a helmet.
My generation,
we would just fly.
Even if you wore one, like you ride out of the house and throw it in the bush.
Yes, 100%.
I did rollerblading, biking, skateboarding, all that. Helmets weren't a big deal for my group. It was, but if your mom was like, you got to wear elbow pads, the knee pads, the wrist guards, you're like, I'm not that big of a nerd, Mom. I can't wear a wrist guard.
I like girls. I cannot be out there in knee pads.
Yeah, it's not great for
it's not. It wasn't
like prepubescent,
but now
are awkward and
my kids,
hormonal.
Bro. And this is a cautionary tale. There's a grown man on an e-bike who got in an accident, and they are 12-year-olds doing wheelies down the street, and I got kids that are growing up. I'm like, you're not getting a motorcycle. I'm not buying you a motorcycle at 14.
And dude, and I've been riding a bike for 50 years. 50 no
years,
joke,
experience.
50 years. And I've wrecked a ton of times, but I've never had anything like this.
Oh,
like
I've
chopped up my knees. Yeah, hopefully, like I said, hopefully we get a green light here in a little bit. I feel fine.
You look it looks tough, dude.
Some stitches up here, got like 20 stitches.
It looks really tough.
Yeah.
Like
now you know how
like
Jake Cronenworth feels.
Yeah.
Oh, you look like
I actually thought about Jake a little bit too. Like, am I going to remember this?
He had the worst time, man.
I know he did.
To him
and I'm
Chicago.
not joking. Like, we had him on Friar Territory, and I honestly was like, did he remember doing that interview? Because we had him on from Denver, right? Which was right after. And I was like, I wonder if he remembered that. Like not joking, just seriously. Like, so.
Did we talk to him in Chicago? He's like, it was the worst 2 months of my life.
Yeah.
Like, good to see him back. And I mean,
hitting.
There's not a lot to like. Currently, but I liked your idea of electric shock collars on
the taint. Do something. It seems like
enough already with this.
It seems like it's something that would be elementary. And when this happens to a team, we're of course talking about the challenges and the Padres being just horrific at challenging and not challenging. It lets the casual fan that's never played but loves the game or loves the team or whatever, they go, you don't know the game in which you play. You don't know the game in which you play. You're not well versed on it. It opens up that door for criticism.
Right.
Like, how do you not know what a situation that calls for this is or that doesn't call for this? If I'm a player, I'm going to try to have as much pride in that as I can. And I know the game gets really fast down there. It does. And those guys throw really hard and the strike zone is tiny. But it's a bad look at the end of the day. It's a bad look when you're the worst in the league at it.
Yeah. Are they statistically the worst?
I think so.
I
think they are. I mean, what is statistically the worst? You can, if you only challenge 5 times, you get it all right. You're also not using it effectively.
Correct.
So it's not all about percentage.
It's about what you get wrong and then what you don't even
challenge. So there is, I think, some nuance to who is the worst. But I would venture to say the Padres have got to be near the bottom.
And it is one of those things where you think, that is something that you should invest in because it's here and it can be used like as an actual, like it could have changed the game against the Dodgers,
Big
right?
time.
We still go back to the bat with Freddie Freeman. Like, and I know Michael King beat himself over that. But still, like it's like a real thing. It's going to be here, so you might as well figure out a way to use it to your advantage.
No question. And I could see I'd like to try to put myself in the shoes sometimes of the manager, of the reliever, of the hitter, the fielder. I do. And I'm like, what would I have done? I could absolutely see myself, Stephen Woods, burning 2 challenges in the first inning while pitching. Not catching or hitting.
Do that
yes, Alex Call did it for the Dodgers in the first inning. He was at the plate, and it's just
and the announcer's groaning was the best part. Like, what is he doing? What's going on?
It happens, but it's something that they can clean up. It's one of those things that you feel like, look, man, hitting's hard. Some nights you're going to hit, some nights you're not. Pitching's tough. Some nights you're going to pitch. This feels like one you can clean up.
Right.
Like we can clean this up.
Right.
Base running.
Hey, I don't know you guys having to go out there and hit 100-mile-per-hour fastballs.
Right.
But like knowing when to go to third, knowing that your lead is, like all those little things that you see adding up isn't helping anybody here. Like it's giving off the appearance of it's not organized.
And Tim Flannery,
it's not disciplined, right? It's sort of like everybody's just This isn't a tight ship.
Tim Flannery said it best, and it's something he said to me, and I've never forgotten it. And I tell my 8-year-olds, the scoreboard dictates how you play the game. It's like his edict of baseball. It is like if he was going to get a chest piece, Tim's would say, the scoreboard dictates how you play the game.
I have heard all those letters.
It would, but he gave me his coach's manual. It gave me his coach's manual, and I have it at home, and I go through it all the time. It's on every damn page. I mean, there's 1,000 different iterations of the scoreboard will tell you how to play the game. And they're not looking at the scoreboard, or they don't realize the situation. So it's
like he always used to say, that's our guru.
That's our guru
Buddha up there, right?
Right there. That tells you.
It's right there.
It's right in front of you.
They make it bigger every year.
It's got all the answers for you.
They do think about those things. Craig Stammen said this week, something I liked. He said, small ball to get an early lead makes some sense because when you have an early lead, you don't have to face higher leverage pitchers later. Then you can add on and stop playing small ball and really try to go for the kill. Of course, Padres grabbed an early lead, 1-0 on Manny's home run yesterday. Didn't help. They couldn't do anything else. So it doesn't work every single time. I want to ask Darren what I think is the biggest question facing the Padres, though, not just this season, this trade deadline, but really going forward. Barring Craig Stammen's, miracle 8-game winning streak coming up here that gets them right back into it, and then you're buying at the deadline. There's a good chance Padres are going to have to consider selling players at the deadline. It's not uncommon. How do you do that without losing the fan base that is supporting your team and really making it possible for you to spend on these players by selling out every game? Can you keep the fans excited and interested about Padres baseball while also doing what may be the smart thing, especially in a year where so many teams are in it? You could get more than you really expect for some of these players. Can you thread that needle as an organization, not lose your fan base faith, and go, hey, we're not giving up on the next 3 years. We're actually trying to do the smart thing for us by selling at the deadline?
We're going to have time for me to defend penalty kick takers?
Yes, you will.
Okay.
We have all the time in the world.
Okay.
Well, we have Chris Kemp coming up, but give me a couple minutes on this, and then we'll go on.
These are mutually exclusive concepts. I mean, I don't think the people that go to the games only want you to add at the deadline. I think a lot of the people that go to the games probably think that if this isn't going well, you should sell. I think that they're Padre fans. I don't think they're Padre fans just for 2026. Now, maybe some of them would say, hey, listen, this isn't what I signed up for. Or this isn't what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that everybody that goes to a game, right, including the people that are in this room, necessarily are of one mindset, which is that you only need to add at the deadline. I think those people probably want what's in the best interest of the franchise. Now, if you completely sell off and you sell like they've sold in years past, maybe that's a message that, hey, we are taking a massive step back. But if you say, hey, listen, things aren't clicking for us, it makes sense for us to trade Adrian Morejon, like the Yankees traded away Aroldis Chapman. We're going to bring something back here. We're open-minded to him returning in the future, unlikely as it may be. Just as an example, I'm just plucking one player. It could be any player. Then I think people would understand that. I don't think people would go, well, wait a second now. I feel like this is false advertising. I think people would say, hey, okay, we understand it's a circumstance. You're always going to lose some percentage. But I think we give the fans a little bit of credit here that they want what's in the best short and long-term interest of the franchise. And if that's what it is, leading into the August 3rd deadline, then I think a lot of people would get it. And I think anybody that you lose as a result of that, then you just have to live with it.
I feel like there's been more sentiment to sell this year as somebody that is literally in the trenches with this team for the last 8 years with you guys. There's been more sentiment to sell. I think you would make the fan base happier if you did something very savvy and forward thinking. I do. Just based on, again, the chat and Twitter and people I talk to every day, like, you can't go for it. Right. You just can't. And I think people would understand. It's not great. It's not great. I loved what you said though. The other day on your show when you said, if you're the new owner and you get approved on this certain date, you walk in and go, all right, let's tear it down. Right. Like, it's not a good look. No. But again, the players are the ones that force your hand on this thing. If they're 10 games over right now, we are not having this conversation. We are having the conversation of, how the F do we get Tarek Skubal here? How do we get him here? We got to get him here. We're going to win this thing, but we're not. They haven't played well enough. They just haven't. Yeah. And that's that. So, I mean,
now it's like if you went out and sold everything you had to get Tarek Skubal for that rental. It's like, bro, no. This is not the team to do that for. Nobody wants that.
We've gotten to see some really cool guys come through here the last few years. None of them are here anymore. None of them are here.
Like, it sucks to basically admit like the season's we're throwing this season away essentially, but sometimes you kind of have to do that to not screw the next 3 or 4 seasons.
Think about all the cool guys that have ripped through here the last 5 years. Like we get to watch Juan Soto and Josh Hader and Dylan Cease and like these names that you Blake Snell
Young Award here,
right? And all these names came through here, and you're like, that's cool. They're all pitching for other teams now, right? Like they're all pitching and playing for other teams. Do something prudent. Is there, they're going to try to do both or something weird,
we're going to add and subtract. Well, I mean, they're not going to admit that they're raising the white flag.
Correct.
But,
they're not. And nor should they.
No, of course, because it still is a business. You're still trying to sell tickets. But again, I think this fan base, I mean, we all interact with them on different levels. We all understand how frustrated people are here. But that said, I think people are, smart enough and good enough fans to recognize, this ain't it, man. Like, this ain't it. I thought it was it in 2023. I think we were kind of on the same canoe here. That I didn't want to give up on that season.
No.
And, I thought
they're going to
run differential. Just kept going. Benny and I were both
sold this whole town a bill of goods on that.
I thought it was predictive of their second half.
It was closer than people realized. They win one game against the Diamondbacks down the stretch there. They go to the playoffs.
Correct.
Because they had tiebreakers now again, whatever. But this
I think for the deadline, Morejon was a good name that you just threw out there as an example because he's perfect example of a player on a contract year.
Oh my God.
He's going to get a bag. We talked about him earlier in the week. I don't think the Padres are going to re-sign him, but the way this season's going, I'm like, look, I love your idea. Like, hey, we're not going to say no to talking to him during the offseason about a possible return, but let's get something for any of these pieces.
Good for him. It doesn't have to be Mason Miller, right? It doesn't have to be. Now, maybe. But a guy like Morejon, I always remember that with Aroldis Chapman. Gleyber Torres, right? The Cubs. Helped the Cubs, helped the Yankees. And then Chapman ended up going back there anyway. So, you never know.
All right, Darren, France or the field of 6 teams remaining, if you had to take one or the other?
I would say France.
Wow. Yeah. They looked really
They're
sharp.
So good. They have players that come off their bench who are like, wait, that guy's a sub? Like, he's a starter for PSG, back-to-back European champs. They're just so good. I think, should they face Spain in the next round in the semis, that's probably the team. Most have said with Spain's midfield, probably will give them the hardest test. Everybody wants to see, I think, the rematch of France and Argentina. I just don't think this Argentina team's as good as it was 4 years ago, but Messi, Mbappe sells itself. But yeah, I mean, I think them at their best can't be beat.
The disappointment of the USA's performance. I mean, we're not overreacting, right? It was hugely disappointing.
A huge missed opportunity. Listen, there's lots of good takeaways from the World Cup, no doubt about it. I think it's converted a lot of people into fans. Hopefully they stay, like Ben and Woods.
Yes.
Paul. I know you guys have been great, even with me here with SDFC stuff all the time. Missed opportunity, didn't play well.
Timid
in the biggest moment. Timid. Yeah. Somebody brought up a good point. I went out to SDFC 2 days ago. Somebody said, it's kind of like SDFC when they played Portland. Remember, they just ran through Portland 4 straight times. Yep. You're like, wow, they are so much better than them. They run circles around them. And then all of a sudden you face Vancouver. You're like, totally different team. Defensive team Paraguay, defensive team Australia, defensive team, the Turkey game, whatever. The defensive team in Bosnia. And then all of a sudden, here comes Belgium out of the gate.
Right at you.
Boom, boom, boom.
On
3 shots first minute, right? Like all of a sudden, it's like just their heads were spinning. So disappointed. Not where I thought they should have finished. And, the controversy, all that stuff, all the weight of all the things that were happening outside noise was too tough for them.
And then finally, the penalty kicks, we were talking about it. We were more bad with the announcers for making a big deal about it.
It was hysterical. So the strategy for penalties, generally speaking, I don't have the numbers, the data in front of me, but it's like the longer you can make a penalty kick, take or wait, the better chance is that he will miss.
Like a field goal kicker.
Yes. Yeah. Make him wait, ice the kicker, all that sort of stuff. So I think that's probably what the announcers were alluding to. So it's always the knock. It's always why you see these goalkeepers go out there. They try the psychology, the mind games, right? They're always out there stepping on the spot. I know what you're doing. They're always out there clapping, talking, all that. Throw the ball away, all those shenanigans that they go through. They're just trying to say, hey, like, even if it's 5%, there's a difference between
that's true.
Make them wait a couple of seconds. So I think the announcers were probably on that behalf.
But
yeah, you're right.
He's so good. He's so good.
Missed.
He did. I mean, like I said, sometimes they guess right.
I know. But Messi's like a great example. He's missed 4 of 8 in the World Cup.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
It's the best player ever, and this guy's not good from that.
It's been so much fun. Tell us about the new addition to SDFC that you tweeted about yesterday.
I don't know too much about him other than, he's Brazilian, which immediately I'm like, oh, okay. Even in a psycho where Brazil isn't at its best. You're like, okay, Brazilian in the blood. He comes from the very famous Santos Football Club Academy, which produced a player or two that you might have heard of. Pele.
Okay.
Neymar.
Right. Pretty
so,
good.
I mean, this is the guy that came through that academy system, which is, noteworthy, I think. He's had a very anonymous 3.5 years in D.C., but D.C.'s kind of been a mess, and they've won 25 games, I think, over the last 4 years. They won the not coveted wooden spoon, worst team in the league last year. This is a team that decided Chris McVay wasn't good enough to play for them a couple years back. So I think it's hard to judge him based on what he did in DC, but I think it's a new opportunity for him. And
his name is Gabriel Pirani.
Yes.
Okay.
Pirani,
midfielder.
Yes. Midfielder, attacking mid, a good attacking player, good bit of depth. So I'm excited for him. I'm excited for them. I'm excited for them to get back up and running here in a couple of weeks too.
So Darren, next time we see you, hopefully you've got fuller lips, maybe a reshaped nose.
Yes. Any recommendations?
What else are you going to get at your plastic surgeon today?
I would get for me. Yeah. Maybe the eye's fine. I'll live. Get this out of here. Get this
turkey
one. The turkey one. No, you're good.
You don't.
I have the.
I don't know, Ben. You're in this industry. What should I recommend? Or what should I ask for?
Little of the eye.
Just fix it back to the way it was. You're good. All right, when we come back, Chris Kemp is going to join us. He is the Vice President of Amateur and International Scouting for the Padres on a management report Friday. The draft is tomorrow. A little sneak preview coming up next with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, my friends, we are halfway home on a Friday. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. I am Woodsy. That is Paulie. And this is Ben.
And we've got another guest ready to go here to start our 8 o'clock hour. It's our Friar Friday Management Report brought to you by SDCCU. It's not big bank banking, it is better. And on the eve of the Major League Baseball draft, we're joined by the Padres Vice President of Amateur and International Scouting, Chris Kemp. Big day coming up for Chris and AJ Preller. Chris, it's good to have you on the show again.
Yeah, good to hear from you guys.
So I want to start out. What's your strategy? Not for the draft. What's your strategy for this interview? Because I know, like, in the month before the NFL draft, they call it Liars Month. No one tells the truth. You got to misdirect everybody because no one wants to know what strategy you're going with, what players you're targeting. So what on earth are you going to say to us here one day before the draft gets started?
What do you want us to tweet out? Like, we can help.
I don't know. I've always kind of kept it pretty real with you guys.
You have.
I don't really need a strategy, so we're just ready to go.
All right, who are you taking then?
Yeah, who is it going to be?
Well, we'll see what the first 20 teams do in front of us.
Yeah, picking. It's such a. Well, listen, I collect baseball cards now, so I need to know who the best prospects in the draft to bet on. Chris,
you just take a picture of your draft board and send it over to us.
Me. No, I, this is where you guys, this is bread and butter.
I've got a junior college follow list I'll send to.
Oh, gee, okay. This is this is your bread and butter, right? This is what you live for. Tomorrow's the big day. What are the nerves like? You've done these a bunch, but what are the nerves like?
Yeah. No, it kind of feels like a game day, like when you're a player, to be honest with you. You've got the boys in the room, your scouts have been on the road all year, and this is our time to get after it. So just pretty excited.
How heated has it gotten in the past?
As far as
I want this guy. That guy sucks. You don't want that guy. He's got a ugly girlfriend, no confidence, whatever.
Yeah, no, I'd say pretty heated, but at that respectful level, because there's a lot of passion for what we do, right? And scouting's interesting. People are going to see things a different way, and when you have some passionate scouts in the room, you can have some great baseball talk, and we all end up learning from it at the end of the day. So it's a lot of fun.
Oh, okay. Chris Kemp joins us. Working with Ben Higgins, as I have, he would, if he wanted a guy and I didn't want him, and then that guy. And I made the final decision. And then that guy became good. He would let me know about it for the rest of my life. Yeah. He would never let me forget how much of that goes on. And can you give us any names of those players?
No, not really, because we've been just at this so long. We've got a lot of consistency with the group. For real, man. A lot of us been together over a decade now. Yeah. So it's like we're kind of past that, right? Like we know there's going to be hits, there's going to be misses. Like we just don't really lay off the pedal. So like, that type of stuff really never gets involved.
Talking to Chris Kemp, Padres Vice President of Scouting, Amateur and International, ahead of the draft. First 5 rounds are tomorrow, then the rest of the 20 rounds on Sunday. People around baseball, Chris, say that you and the San Diego Padres have a type when it comes to the draft, specifically high school players, specifically high school pitchers, even more specifically left-handed high school pitchers, like the first 2 rounds yesterday. How accurate would you say that is? And is it is there a reason why that there has been so many in that vein in the last few years?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, one way to look at it is, when you're picking in the 20s, the last, few years in a row, being a playoff team, I'll take being in the 20s, right? You want to pick 30 one day. So like, it just, sometimes it rolls off. You feel like there's a ton of college guys that go, and you might have a chance to get that second or third best high school guy or the 17th best college guy type stuff, those type of debates. And, there's been a lot of close calls too, where, a couple picks ahead of us, things happen, and then it leads us to where we ended up. Right. So it might look like a certain type, but there's a lot of stuff that trickles down before that pick gets called.
Well, and you guys will be looking for dudes. And this is my favorite. You taught me this, man, many, many years ago. Is he a guy or is he a dude? Is he a guy or is he a dude? I've told my little leaguers, you want to be a guy or you want to be a dude? I was a guy, but I'd like you guys to be dudes. And when you are assessing a guy or a dude, what's the difference in a guy that's just a guy and a guy that's a dude?
We talk about makeup a lot. It's someone's drive, their competitiveness. being a good teammate, getting after it, playing hard, good body language. A lot of guys are going to have kind of similar talent levels. But the guys that usually separate is going to be the makeup, and you kind of have to see it in person, right? When you're in a dugout, those guys that are the leaders are the separators, and that's what you're looking for on the scouting trail when you go to these small towns or these different universities. You're talking to coaches, talking to teachers in town, and digging and finding out that type of stuff.
Is it harder now to identify a guy or a dude? Because you may be dealing, Chris, with high school kids that are being offered, $1 million to go play somewhere, or a guy that's like, I want this much money. Has it changed a lot for you in the last 10 years?
No, for me, we try and keep it simple, and it's trying to work at a high clip. Love the players, love like our process as far as literally how many games a week can we get to, like what's our coverage like the next month. So the nuts and bolts of the scouting process and trying to outwork people and trying to compete at a high clip. No, it hasn't really changed much at all.
Now,
obviously, whether the NIL stuff or different rules, like, you just kind of flow with it. There's going to be guys that want to sign. There's going to be guys that we're on.
Now, in the last couple of years, AJ has done no personal favors by signing guys with qualifying offers, takes away draft pick, takes away money in the draft. This year, a little bit more to spend, another extra pick. Dylan Cease was signed. You get a compensation pick for that. How does that change the equation going into this weekend?
Just kind of organically kind of opens up the playbook a little bit. I think the last few years it's been more in that 5-6 million pool space. Now it's a little closer to 10 this year. So, I think it gives us some extra bullets, right? So we'll see.
And talking to Chris Kemp here, scouting director for the San Diego Padres, and there's just so many baseball players out there. What's the what are the story or the place that you've gone to, in the country, keep it in North America, that was like, I can't believe I'm here. Like this is a one horse town, a one stoplight, one Dairy Queen. What's like the furthest ends of the earth you've gone?
Well, we were, I don't mind saying it now, he's in college. He's at Oregon State. We were really close with Dax Whitney out of high school, and he resided in Blackfoot, Idaho, and we had first round grades and all that type of stuff, and to be in Blackfoot, Idaho a couple years was a pretty cool experience.
That's cool.
What's the youngest player you've ever scouted?
Well, we don't really stop. If I'm walking by, I'm going to see a high school game this year, and there's a little league game,
let's go,
a JV game going next door. I'm watching. I'm looking. So.
Okay. Well, the parents of my kids are listening right now. You never know.
And
it never stops, right? There's no like beginning or end or a limit or a bracket. Like if you're seeing talent and you're getting information in a town somewhere, like, hey, this is the next guy. You're writing that down and you're putting it in the database, right? If it's a 2032, whatever it is, it's like it all matters.
And then I wanted to ask you, Chris, because it's not just identifying talent and then drafting it. You got to sign them as well. And as Woods mentioned, there's more options with NIL and college money. What's the process like dealing with the parents, the family members, when you're trying to convince them to sign with your team? Is that something that you're responsible for? How do you handle that as an organization when it's not just the kid, but it's their mom, their dad, maybe their uncle, grandpa, whoever it is that's giving them guidance on that side of the equation?
Yeah, I think if you've got a good process, that's going to start early, right? As soon as this draft finishes, we'll be on to the 2027, summer events into the fall scout days, and you're starting to get around those parents during that time period. So it's like, it's not just right now to say, let's figure these people out, right? We're upfront, we're direct with the parents, and I think you're trying to build a relationship throughout the whole course of the draft year.
Well, we will be watching with eager anticipation. We know how important the process is, even if we won't know the true results of it for several years. Tomorrow and Sunday, the 20 rounds of the Major League Baseball draft. Chris Kemp talking all about it. Chris, we appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us this morning.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good day.
Chris Kemp, Padres Vice President of Scouting, Amateur, and International on our SDCCU Fan Hotline Management Report. It's not big bank banking. It is better.
It is better. Happy birthday to Humby, which I love that name.
Humby.
In Escondido, Humby.
Shares a birthday with my son.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Humby.
Would you trust Bo with Chris Kemp and AJ Preller, his future? Now that you know he might be scouting right now.
And he was probably going to get traded. So I would tell him, don't get too excited. Don't get too comfortable. You might be on the block, before you land, really.
It's amazing.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
You know what? I'm here to watch a high school game, but there's a Little League game going on next door. Going to go check it out just in case, ask people around who's the best player in this Little League that's 11 right now, because I might need to keep an eye on him over the next 6 or 7 years.
It's pretty nuts. I mean, I've seen some kids that I go, oh yeah, you're going to be a really good baseball player should you stick with it. Like there's a couple of kids that we played against this year that I went, oh yeah, you have a future, my friend. At 9 years old, like you look nasty, like nastier than any 9-year-olds I remember when I was a kid. So, do they want to continue to play? Do they want to play other sports? Like all of these things come into effect. But, listen, being in the draft room would be like the sickest thing ever. Jake Peavy will be in there. I heard him talking about it. It's going to be cool. For these guys, this is their Super Bowl. This is what they live for. I love it.
It's fun to get to talk to Chris. We see him usually twice a year. Once right around the draft because he's here with AJ and he'll meet with the media a couple of times. And then we always usually see him once like during spring training. Somewhere out in the backfield, wandering
or
around.
Fantasy camp. He's always out there. He's always out in Arizona. If he's not
scouting
on the road
us.
scouting, he's out in Arizona.
Scouting fantasy.
He's got a confident way about him when he walks around.
Yep.
I've noticed. And he's been doing this for a while now. And AJ's kept most of that team together. Yeah. And they are, whether you like AJ Preller or not. And I know a lot of people are frustrated and, ready to move on from AJ Preller. Trust me when I say it's not us trying to sell you a bill of goods. All of baseball thinks that he and his team are very good at this part of the process, the scouting.
That's why they trade for everyone.
And the drafting and identifying talent. That's not us telling you that. Go around and ask any baseball general manager organization.
Dude. Look at the rosters.
And they will tell you, yeah, I wish our team did this as well as AJ Preller's team did it. Now, other parts of it, signing guys to extension, stuff like that, you can legitimately ask questions. But this one, everyone's pretty much in agreement that they do a really good job in this part of the process.
They put a lot of big leaguers in there, man. There's a lot of big leaguers, unfortunately for other teams, but there's a lot of big leaguers that came through this system, were drafted by these guys that we're talking to. So, they can identify it for sure.
All right, we're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, our final game of the week, Woods trying to salvage a victory in our music category for Take on Woods. It is coming up next. If you want to be our contestant, you can call in now, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973, our last game of the week. Coming up next, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. It's Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view.
David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Woods just told us that it's National Pina Colada Day.
I do love pina coladas.
Do you like getting caught in the rain?
No. I don't like the rain. Sorry. Rupert Everett.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, Rupert Holmes.
Rupert Holmes. Oh, boy.
Rupert Everett's
This
a British
well.
actor,
That's right.
I believe.
Take on
Is
Woods
that your
should go
headspace
really-
heading into Take on Woods?
Yep.
We got a good opportunity for
I
a
think
listener.
Vince is going to be our contestant. He is frothing at the mouth for
I bet
the
he is.
opportunity to complete a week-long sweep of Woods. Let's get to today's game. Take on Woods is brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. As I mentioned, we got Vince as our contestant this morning. Hello, Vince.
How you doing?
I'm good. The trick on going Friday is there's only one category left, so you don't get any choice in the matter. You are going to be playing our music category, but if you can beat or tie Woods, you will qualify for our grand prize vacation to the Fontainebleau Las Vegas. 2-night stay, $150 food and beverage credit. The Oasis pool deck at the Fontainebleau has officially opened, offering a 6-acre elevated pool experience with 6 distinct pools and Live Beach. You can visit Fontainebleau.com, FontainebleauLasVegas.com to book your stay now. So the category is called Table for Two, and these are 5 bands that all have the number 2 somewhere in their names. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. If you don't know one, you can pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. And our first question is our 2-second song. Paulie's going to play you music. You need to identify both the title of the song and that band with a number 2 in their name somewhere to score the point. Feeling good, Vince?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Again, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. The category in music is Table for Two. Your time begins when Paul plays our music. Good luck, Vince. Let's take on Woods.
If you see a faded sign at the side of the road.
B-52's Love Shack.
Correct. Formed by schoolmates in the 1970s, which record-setting Irish band started out as Feedback and then The Hype before settling on their current name in 1978.
U2?
Correct. Which San Diego band's most successful albums are 1999's Enema of the State and 2001's Take Off Your Pants and Jacket?
Oh, shoot. Blink 182?
Correct. Which band's album, As Nasty as They Wanna Be, was declared obscene by a federal judge in 1990, sparking a nationwide debate and Supreme Court case?
Pass.
Which English band found their biggest success in America with the 1986 top 10 single, Something About You?
Let's go back to
Which band's album, As Nasty as They Wanna Be, was declared obscene by a federal judge in 1990, sparking a nationwide debate? And we're out of time. 2 Live Crew was that one, and Level 42, a personal Ben favorite for the last one. 3. Not sure if it'll be enough. We'll see. Let's bring Woods back in. Music category. I'm not giving you the category. Vince's score is locked in.
Okay.
60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paul plays our music. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Vince.
That's the Love Shack by B-52.
Correct. Formed by schoolmates in the 1970s, which record-setting Irish band started out as Feedback. Correct. Which San Diego band's most successful
Blink
album?
182.
Correct. Which band's album, As Nasty as They Wanna Be, was declared
2 Live Crew.
Correct. Which English band found their biggest success in America with the 1986 top 10 single, Something About You?
There's something about you, baby. That is
what's the category?
Numbers.
Specific number.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's is that UB40?
Ooh, no, because it wasn't 4. The number was 2 in every band.
I thought it was U2.
Level 42.
Level 42.
You got 4 and you won 4-3. You were not shut out this week. Vince played a good game, but the last 2 got him, and you pulled it out. 2 Live Crew was the difference.
Did your 2 Live Crew?
My guess is you were not allowed to listen to As Nasty as They Want to Be.
Wake up. It's the first.
No, that's not the right
That's
one.
not it.
It was this one.
Miso. Morning. Me love you long time. Sitting at home with my on hard. So I got the black book for a freak call. Picked up the telephone, then dialed the 7 digits. Said, yo, this is Marquise, baby. Are you down with it? I arrived at her house, knocked on the door, not having no idea of what the night had in store. I'm like a dog in heat, a freak without warning. I have an appetite for sex. Excuse me, so horny.
So the answer is I was not allowed to listen to them, but I did anyway.
Oh, you did anyway.
Oh, we
defied parental edicts.
We passed that tape around like you wouldn't. I haven't heard anything like fine. You have all these new artists out. When 2 Live Crew, when that thing came out, even the record cover, you're like, God bless. Benny, I'd never heard anything like that in my life. ever.
I remember the media circus around it. I, of course,
firestorm.
would never have listened to anything like that.
You never did you?
No. Still haven't. No, too sensitive to my ears.
I mean, it's as hardcore as it gets.
I've read it obviously on the radio myself, but never actually listened. I don't think.
It was a groundbreaking moment in music, that record coming out. Groundbreaking.
Really in society. It was a big court case, a big issue
deal
in the early 1990s.
Yeah, same with Eazy-E's tape, same with NWA. I mean, these were passed around illicitly by all of my friends in 7th, 8th grade. And yeah, okay, all right, Mom, we're leaving for school. And boom, maybe it was a CD. I can't remember if it was tape or CD. I think it might have been a CD. And you put that in, drive to school with your buddies in your mom's minivan in freshman year or sophomore year, and you just lost your mind. You never heard anything like it.
What were those Blink-182 albums?
Yeah, you answered too quickly. I didn't get to read both of the album names.
I'd love to hear it.
Paulie probably already.
I already have it, but I was just gonna, if you want.
1999's Enema of the State and 2001's Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Those are the Blink-182 most successful albums.
Correct.
Local band.
Correct.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball season is in full swing, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now, mention radio for a free month of pool service. All right, let's get to something a little less risque, like our MLB reach around. Take off your pants and jacket. Coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
I got about 80 minutes to go this week with Ben and Woods until we are wrapping it up.
9 already. Losing my mind.
You were thinking 60 minutes to go.
Yeah.
No, 80 minutes to go.
You just freaked me out.
Dude, you were just telling us about your day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Remind the audience if they forgot what. I mean, it's. I was gonna say like that is insane to me. It's not insane. It makes perfect sense, but like my thoughts and prayers are with you.
Thank you. Tomorrow morning, we will be taking off for Dallas Fort Worth Airport by
DFW.
Me, Bo, and Taylor, taking them to see my folks in Texas for Gabby Camp, is what they call it.
So you got to bring the equipment for next week.
No, I will be flying with them and then walk them outside to my parents. They'll be waiting. Now, people would say, well, why wouldn't you just spend the night? It's Great question. Because they live like 2 hours from DFW. Why wouldn't you just fly directly into Tyler? Great question. Then it's a connection, then another flight. They're going to come pick them up, walk them outside. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Love you. Have fun. Good luck. And kids, be good. No bad language. All of that. And then I walk back inside Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. I get back in security line. And, I have, by the time I land, from the time I land to my next trip, I land in Texas at 3:13 p.m. and my flight leaves Texas at 7:52 p.m.
Oh my God!
So it's going to be a long
So you got
day.
like 3.5, 4 hours.
Yeah.
in the airport.
In the airport,
and then you're flying back to San Diego.
Back to San Diego. Grab my car.
Like 3.5, 4 hour flight.
No, it's not that bad. Maybe 3. Well, on the way back is worse.
That's
but you pick up 2 hours.
Yeah,
that's basically if you worked as a pilot or a flight attendant, that's your day.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
Fly to one city, fly back to the city you came from, and do it again tomorrow.
But again, that's what you signed up for. That as a flight
Right.
attendant
That's your
or pilot.
job.
You're right. That's your job. But no, it'll be fine, and they're going to be.
Woods is doing this for recreational.
Yeah, well,
now you know what my question is going to be.
Sure, shoot.
Do you have to do this again in a few days to get them back?
So luckily, no.
Okay.
My dad is flying out for one day, flying out next. I believe he's bringing them home on Saturday. So I'll pick them up Saturday. He will actually spend the night Saturday and then fly back early. Not with me.
He's not like overnighting them on a cardboard box.
No, he's not overnighting them, but he will do
UPS Direct.
He will fly back on Sunday, which is also my birthday.
It's a good way to accumulate miles toward elite status for your various globe hopping travels.
Gus has 12 hours of travel to nowhere is rough. It is. It's going to be a long day.
It's funny because my friends who just recently retired and are in town, they used to travel all the time for work. But my friend's wife, Carrie, she was so close to 1 million miles. She was like, I need to just fly randomly like that just to get there for the lifetime 1 million miles because she has nowhere to go anymore.
Yeah.
Other than, the vacation every once in a while, no longer business travel. So she said, maybe I should just take them. And I go, well, then you'd be, sitting there with Woods' kids for several hours.
I'm not kidding. When I tell you this, the place that I worked a long time ago was a physician recruiting firm, and I was in marketing there, and I traveled I had a big territory. There were guys that I worked with, the higher ups. They traveled a lot. They would go out to meetings with all the reps, right? And we're going to come out this week and shadow you and be there to help you close business or whatever. They were so psychotic about their status. They would be huddling by a cube. They go, look at this, dude. Round trip to London, $375. Let's do it. And they would fly to London and back to get miles, just to upgrade their status to platinum or diamond or sapphire, whatever it was, whatever they were shooting for, which is insane behavior to me. I travel when I want to travel. Like it's time to go on a trip. Fine, no problem. To go like, I'm just going to fly to London or France or something and back because it's cheap, not even stay, just to get the miles is insane behavior to me. And they did it a bunch.
It's nice to have status and upgrades. I mean, we got to fly first class.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool. I can understand why you'd want it. But ultimately, all your flying that you're doing to accumulate these miles is just so you can get more air travel, what you've already been doing. That's all the airlines can really offer you is more air travel, what you've already been doing. So, yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot of travel.
Yeah, it's a lot
for no reason.
But they're so excited. My parents, they get to see them, a few times a year, so they get them for a full week. Yeah, good luck, Mom and Dad. Good luck. I wish you the best.
Someone said you should probably pay for the lounge access in between.
Not a bad
But you already
idea.
have a meal plan.
Well, I'm going to go get Papado.
Papado.
Yeah, they have that in the airport there.
But those lounges are more than just a place to eat.
We
You
went
can
once.
relax.
In Peoria, didn't we?
Yeah, we
went
did.
to Papados.
Adam was furious about that meal. Furious.
It was pretty good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
But it's for airport food, right?
No.
So I'll
I think
go.
I went in Houston once
Yeah.
when I was traveling for work as well. Good work expense account restaurant.
I will go have a meal and read and listen to music and watch shows. And so I got shows that I've got kind of on standby. I'm ready to go. Is it our beloved Summer's birthday. Our dear listeners, Charisma and Chris, their baby Summer. We know Summer. She's turning 1 year old tomorrow.
No, like 3 months. Maybe.
Dude, I know.
A year?
The time
it's been
has
a year?
Good
yeah,
Lord.
It was right around the All-Star break last year, wasn't it?
Sweetest baby. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Summer.
I don't know. We met Penelope on the trip as
Penelope was amazing
Very
on the
sweet
trip.
baby.
Very sweet. So yeah, that's what I'm doing tomorrow. And then I'll fly back. And this is a weird feeling too. We've got a scrimmage on Sunday, but my little guy, my starting catcher, my son will not be there. So I'm going to go coach others' kids on Sunday. So that'll be really fun. So I'm looking forward to that. So there's a chance, Benny, I'm just sitting on an airplane like Craig Stammen pouring over lineups and defensive rotations and whatnot again. That's what I'll probably do. And I probably will upgrade and go get the lounge access if I can and, relax and do some work.
Well, enjoy
Not on this show, just on my baseball team.
Enjoy your Saturday. Right. Sounds exceptionally pleasant.
It's going to be great.
All right, let's get to today's MLB Reach Around. Reach around.
They're doing the
reach around.
Everybody's doing the
reach around. I know everybody dying to know who stayed out of last place in the NL West this week. And the answer is the San Francisco Giants pulled one out against the Rockies yesterday, 8-2. Casey Schmidt hit his 18th home run of the season. Aztec for life. Giants remain just a fraction ahead of the Rockies in the cellar dweller standings in the NL West. The Braves doubled up the Pirates 10-5. Matt Olson hit his 25th, and Mike Yastrzemski, former Giant, hit a grand slam for the Braves to seal the win. The Orioles topped the Cubs 3-2 to avoid a 3-game sweep. Jeremiah Jackson's pinch hit 2-run double in the 8th inning was the difference. Bang play at the plate. Pete Alonso sliding in with what turned in to be the winning run. They reviewed it. He was reviewed safe on second glance. The Yankees got 2 more home runs from home run derby participant Ben Rice. He's at 28 for the season.
28.
Beat the Rays 12-4. Ended up splitting that 4-game series. So Tampa Bay right where they were when they started with a 4-game lead over the Yankees in the AL East. The Boston Red Sox are all of a sudden one of the hottest teams in baseball. They won their 6th game in a row yesterday, completing a sweep of the White Sox with a 2-1 win, both runs coming on a Caleb Durbin 2-run home run. And now the Red Sox, who were considered to be definite sellers at the deadline, are now just 2.5 games out of a playoff spot because
they are
in the American League. The Cleveland Guardians beat the Twins 5-2. They avoided the sweep there. We talked about Gavin Williams was perfect into the 5th before a bloop single after a couple of bunt tries. Did strike out 11 in 7 innings in the win. They're just a couple games above 500, though. They have one of those wild card spots just behind the White Sox. Mets over the Royals 7-3. The Mets beating All-Star Michael Wacha to win that series. Rangers got a walk-off RBI single off the wall by Wyatt Langford in his return from the injured list. They topped the Angels 7-6. Brewers doubled up the Cardinals 8-4. Tough series for the Cardinals. They dropped 4 out of 5 in the 5-game set that included a doubleheader. The Phillies shut out the Reds 1-0. Jesus Luzardo has been hot. 7 innings, 2 hits, 11 strikeouts. It's the 9th straight win for the Phillies when Jesus Luzardo takes the mound. The Marlins just keep winning 6 in a row, completing a sweep of the Mariners. Beat Bryce Miller this time, 8-4 the final. And as I mentioned, Eduardo Valencia, the rookie, hit his pinch hit home run in his very first Major League Baseball at bat for the Detroit Tigers in a 4-1 win over the Athletics. Can we talk about that Bryce Harper story just briefly?
Yes.
Mentioned it earlier. So video came out yesterday of Bryce Harper.
It was the Philadelphia Inquirer ran a story yesterday.
Who apparently is an ambassador or representative for FanDuel.
Right, a partner of Major League Baseball.
Right, sending out a personalized video to a FanDuel customer, a player, basically wishing him a happy Thanksgiving. Why did they send out this video of Bryce Harper? Like, Bryce Harper's probably not sending out videos to everybody. Well, this was a particularly important player for FanDuel. He had wagered $18.5 million on the site, losing about $1.5 million total to FanDuel. So they wanted to show him some VIP treatment, showering with champagne, Super Bowl tickets, and using Bryce Harper to send him kind of a thank you video, presumably as an enticement to keep gambling.
So again, that was kind of the original reporting, was that it was like, hey, Bryce, we've got a whale. And he just lost $1.5 million. Need you to make a video for him. Want to keep him coming back.
Correct.
Right? And so that's not really the case. I doubt very much. I know that he made.
If that was the case, what's the big deal with that? What's so bad about it?
So it's encouraging, like, hey man, you're an alcoholic, let me pour you a cocktail, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was just thinking of it strictly as,
or let me have this cool people to come out and pour cocktails for you.
Let me get Brad Pitt to come pour you cocktails this weekend.
Yeah,
right?
No, I understand that. Okay, I was trying to process. I was thinking of, like, if you're a company that pays anybody, whether it's an athlete, a musician, a movie star, to endorse your stuff, and you have a very important client and customer,
VIP treatment is very real.
That doesn't seem that crazy to me.
It's very real. Craig Calcaterra, who summed it up pretty well, said this in his newsletter. He said it's extraordinarily unlikely that Harper himself knew the first thing about Thompson, who's the guy.
Right.
Of course, he was just doing a thing for an official partner of Major League Baseball, for which I assume he was paid. Neither Harper, his agent, Scott Boras, the Phillies, or Major League Baseball would provide any comment for the article, however, so none of them deserve the benefit of the doubt here. And that's the monster that is the gambling companies, the professional sports leagues, federal, state, and local governments have created.
I'm a big personal responsibility
As am
guy.
I. Big personal responsibility.
It is also very presumptive of us to just assume that a guy who bets a lot of money has a problem. It's a problem for some people. Others, I mean,
I think he did.
If the guy has,
I think he almost
hundreds of millions
suicide.
of dollars. Okay, well, that would be a problem. I didn't see the difference, but you can gamble a lot and not be a problem gambler. There's absolutely. Hold on. It is absolutely something you can do recreationally if it's not impacting the rest of your life. If you're not like gambling away the rent money, and
but if you're doing it a lot, if you do anything a lot, isn't it a problem? Oh, it's
okay. Let's say,
I think
let's say I'm a billionaire. Okay,
yeah.
I've got $1 billion, and I like betting $1,000 on every game I watch. Has absolutely no impact on my portfolio. I just like having some action on the game. I don't know that that's a problem. It's only a problem if it affects the rest of your life.
I think it's a weird delineation, right? Like, if you have to do something every day, then I think it's a problem. But it's the way that we're defining problem. Like, you're an addict, right? If you're doing it every day, no matter if you're a billionaire.
I mean, I'm addicted to my Peloton now. If I don't do it, I feel uncomfortable. It's a bit of an addiction. Like, mentally, I got to do my Peloton every day.
Yeah.
It's a positive thing, so no one calls me an addict, but just because I enjoy doing it every day and will feel weird if I don't do it, do I have a problem? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, if it's not affecting the rest of your life negatively, though, do what you want. If it's not affecting other people negatively, do what you want.
Yeah.
If it is, then stop doing it. I don't know. It's a weird story for sure. Paulie's got more headlines like that and more in the Weather Report
weird
next.
Stories for sure.
Final hour of Ben and Woods. All guests Ben and Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bank Banking. It is better. We are going to miss you next week, Paulie.
Yes, we will.
Miss you guys.
No, you won't. It's fine.
No, I won't.
You're going to have to get a Kyle report or an Ovenshire report or something.
Is that his last name?
That's his last name.
Ovenshire.
Ovenshire.
I'd like to dive deep into that.
Maybe it's Ovenshire.
Ovenshire?
I don't know. I don't
really know how it's pronounced.
Kyle's a good kid. I'm excited to have him in. I don't know that we're going to put that pressure on him to do a report.
He can have a lot on his plate.
Well, I mean, I'm going to grill him and stuff every day.
Yeah.
I'm going to have fun with him, but I'm not going to. I don't think we should make him do a Kyle report, right?
Well, when Frank, who now, is the producer of Braden's show, would come in and fill in, we had him do
3 NASCAR stories.
And it was always, NASCAR and occasionally Formula One. He just loved his auto racing.
His auto race. He's like, this is my segment. And it's true. Like, Paulie, you could do whatever you want.
Good.
You can do whatever you want, in your segment.
I do try to pick stuff that I think
course.
you guys can at least, riff on with me a little bit.
Of course.
Talked about.
Yeah, what?
I don't even know what I would talk.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. But you can. The Kyle File. That's a good name.
Ooh,
all right. It
Kyle
might be
File. Not
sold.
bad.
It might be sold.
Let's get it sponsored. We also will be having some special guests in next week.
Yes.
Because it's, All-Star break.
It's All-Star week.
We'll have Monday. We'll have a lot of games to talk about. But Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday without Paulie. And an All-Star game, some World Cup. That's about it. So we're going to try to bring in some different folks through the chairs in here and hopefully have a fun time next week.
We're going to have fun. It's going to be kind of like summer break, kind of like All-Star week, the midway point of the season, the Midsummer Classic. Try to shut it down, get it back to neutral a little bit, and forget about this baseball team for a while.
We all pretty looking forward to that. Just a week reset.
Yeah, I am.
Well, I know you especially.
No, I mean, even if I was working all week, I think a week off from this team is probably
days without games.
Yeah,
probably okay for everybody.
Agreed. Yeah, it's gonna be loose. I like it when it's loose.
It'll be loose next week.
Yeah,
I
loose.
guarantee you it'll be loose next week.
Oh, it's gonna be very loose.
All right, let's get to some headlines with Paulie. Start our 9 o'clock hour with the Reindl Report.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hey guys, it's Paul here.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey Paul, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a
All right.
All right.
Hey, guys.
All right. Hey, guys.
I need you, Woods, while you're traveling tomorrow, scour the internet for someone who says, hey, guys, it's Kyle here for next week.
Okay. Well, I do like to scour the internet, as you know. I don't know that I could do that scouring in an airport.
Ah, right.
So you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't. All right, let's get started here. One of these stories that pops up, guys, where it's kind of unlike us to have not talked about this for a few days. This story's been going around in the NBA all week, and I kind of wanted to personally I was so confused at what was going on. I'm like, I want to wait a couple of days and just kind of see how this story develops.
Some you got to let play out.
Talking about the bizarre story with San Antonio Spurs and their play-by-play broadcaster, Jacob Toby is his name. He's been there for the last couple of years. I believe he's hired in 2024. I also believe he recently signed an extension, a contract extension with the Spurs to remain on the broadcast team. And he has reportedly been removed from his position and let go by the team after an alleged affair that he was having. He was allegedly cheating on his girlfriend. I don't think fiance or wife, girlfriend, but he was with the sister of one of the Spurs players.
Yes, the sister of Lindy Waters.
Lindy Waters, the third, yes. And this all kind of came to light when a fairly bizarre Instagram story was posted on Jacob Toby, the broadcaster's Instagram page. It was a picture of him and his girlfriend, and the caption on his Instagram story read, "This is my girlfriend of 6 years, but I cheated on her with Lauren Waters, at Lauren K. Waters. So feel free to continue following me if you really think I'm a good guy, because I'm not smiley face. And everyone goes,
it's an odd post.
What the hell happened here? I believe his girlfriend of 6 years, the aforementioned girlfriend,
grabbed the phone.
She grabbed his phone. Ooh. She posted it. She is responsible for that.
We had Watergate 2 days ago. Now this is Watersgate.
Watersgate. So there's been a lot of commentary on this over the last few days. We can all agree, not a very nice thing to do, to cheat on your girlfriend. Is it illegal? No. Does he deserve to lose his job? I think the answer is maybe.
The answer is a good, hard, strong maybe.
A lot of these professional teams have a lot of but a lot of fine details in their contracts, whether you're signing a contract to be a play-by-play broadcaster, a player on the team, a clubhouse attendant, whatever. There are certain rules in your contract,
morality clause,
that says, hey, sometimes a company might say we discourage it. That means you can, but we're saying please don't.
Yeah.
And then there are other companies like, hey, no intercompany relationships.
Right.
Whatsoever.
And I think in this case, I mean, Colin Cowherd came out yesterday and was like, lawyer up. Like, you got a lawsuit on your hands. What you did is not illegal. Now, the other thing you don't know is how the brother took that, right? Like, how did Lindy, what's his name? Lindy Waters.
Yeah.
How did Lindy Waters take that news? That's
not really his business.
It's really not.
It's not his business.
It's really not. But if he wanted to
assuming his sister is a consenting adult,
correct,
he should have nothing to do with this. And if he tried to get someone fired because of that, that's the worst thing in this whole thing. Yes.
Again, though, what I think people are saying is, what if there's in his contract, like, hey, you cannot do any of this. Now, she's not a team employee.
That information also came to light by someone invading his privacy, correct?
Also true. Well, this is the moral of the story. Don't let anyone else have your phone.
Well, that
unlocked.
Yeah.
That was the biggest
he must have woke up
public mistake he actually made.
That waking up that morning.
Because if he doesn't do that, probably life goes on and no one finds out about this. Maybe it's gossiped around the, water cooler at
I'm sure way worse has happened in any of your favorite organizations.
But he's not losing his job unless his girlfriend posts that on social media. A woman scorned.
Yeah.
I can see why she was mad about it. Yep. That's a long time to be in a relationship. We don't know, though. Is the relationship dying on its last legs? Or does she think, we were about to get married and take the next step? There's a lot of context that's missing from this story.
Good point, Jay-Z. It was the interpreter's fault.
Right.
That's who did it. But nobody should.
But nobody's I agree with Colin Cowherd. This guy's got absolutely a legal case to at least get paid. I mean, if the Spurs don't want him broadcasting because they think it reflects poorly on the organization, fine. They can make that choice. It's their team. They can hire and fire who they want. But if he's got a contract, I'm not sure they may have to pay him out.
Oh, I don't think there's any question.
For this at the end of the day.
Do you have a morality clause in your contract? I don't know if we have one here.
I do at Channel 10.
You do?
I'm not sure about.
Is that why you're so moral?
Yes, of course.
Because
letter of the law.
So if you were just here, you would be like a demon. Like if you didn't have that other gig.
Can you imagine how hard it would be if I had a immorality clause in my contract?
That would actually be
forced to do some immoral behavior.
Yes.
It'd be hard for me.
Ben, have you cursed 7 times today? Yeah, I haven't. Well,
it's in your immorality clause.
You have to get on that.
We really need you to
get drunk on the air.
Start behaving a little more badly.
Get in a fist fight.
This makes for good radio.
It makes for good television.
Maybe are you going to get that negotiated in if we do get a contract?
I have no idea.
Ben's immorality clause.
Please. Yeah, hedonistic Ben. Would be incredible.
That would be, we need to make this happen. 100%.
Yeah, he'll sue.
It's a weird one. That is a weird story. All right, we'll move on away from sports for the rest of the Rindle Report. Emmy nominees were announced this week. This happened on Wednesday. We didn't do a Rindle Report yesterday, but not a ton of surprises, in my opinion, at least. The Pit cleaned up with 25 nominations.
Wow.
I have not watched that show like episode to episode, season to season, but I have seen enough of it to know that it's really good.
Love the first season.
It's really good.
Having trouble getting myself to watch the second season because
intense.
It's not easy to watch.
Is
it's
it hard?
Really good.
Is it intense?
It's hospital. It's very realistic hospital life. And it's gnarly. Some of the storylines.
I don't think that's ever happened to me before. Like This show is phenomenal. I love the first season. I can't pull the trigger on the second season.
It happens to me all the time, dude. I've watched. Let's say it's a 9 episode season.
Yeah,
I'll watch 8 episodes and be like, do you know that I've never seen the finale? The finale. This is not a lie. I've never seen the finale of Ozark.
Really?
And I watched it religious. I just fizzled out with like maybe 2 to 3. When I say finale, I mean like the final couple.
I usually will fizzle out after like a couple of seasons.
Happily ever after.
Oh yeah, totally.
I've
literally fizzled out on that. I fizzle really easily.
I usually will go a couple of seasons and then fizzle out. Like I'll watch, like let's say the show lasts 6 seasons in its entirety. I'll go through like seasons 3, maybe even 4, and then just kind of slowly fizzle out, fade away.
I'm doing it with the Bear right now. There's a new Bear out, and I'm like,
I'm like a season and a half or 2, maybe even behind in the Bear because it just got so intense. And every episode, I was like, I can see where this is going.
Raise your hand if you're a fizzler. I am 100% fizzler.
So the Pit led the way with 25 nominations for the Emmys. Hacks was close with 24 right behind them, and that is a record for a comedy series in a single year. Other shows with at least 10 nominations include Widow's Bay. I finished that one yesterday.
Finished it. Nice.
Fantastic
Good.
show.
Okay.
Really, really, really good. Highly recommend. Pluribus also in that category of 10 or more nominations. Beef, DTF St. Louis, and Saturday Night Live also.
DTF was pretty good. That was a Mark Grant recommendation. DTF
right.
St. Louis. You know what that stands for?
Down to
Feed St. Louis. Yeah, you'll like it.
I liked Pluribus. I know a lot of people thought it got a little too slow.
I loved
fizzled.
it. I fizzled on it. I was all about it, and then I just fizzled out. You guys were like, "You see the finale?" I'm like, I think I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, down to Frolic.
Now I was reading here. It says
why am I such a fizzler?
For snubs on the Emmys, it says per usual Taylor Sheridan was snubbed. So I guess the Emmy
they don't like
criteria. They don't like Taylor Sheridan because he's one of the biggest guys in TV right now.
They talked about he was on Stern.
That's the Yellowstone and all the
1823.
Tulsa King got 1 nomination in stunt coordination.
Okay,
so he didn't get completely snubbed.
He's like I just listened to an interview with him. A sharp dude, obviously, but like when he's you know who's not a fizzler? Taylor Sheridan. That dude will go in and write. He's like, I look up and like 18 hours have gone by and I'm done. I sit down. I'm like, all right, that's Mayor of Kingstown season 3. He does it in a day. And he's signed this mega deal for like billions of dollars. And he has to write all these shows. So he's like, all right, no problem. And he just does it. He just goes in a room and locks himself in there until he's done. And he doesn't fizzle.
That was he's the new Shonda Rhimes, all the kind of the soapy.
Yeah, it's pretty soapy. Yeah. I like some of his stuff.
Those kind of shows. They never really get honored by the Academy so much, but people watch them.
Landman was great.
That's really what you're going for if you're on TV.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a bunch of Emmys or would you rather have a ton of ratings and people watching your shows?
I want ratings, baby, always. I want the ratings. That's what I care about.
I'm just trying to think of how I can get into this last story here.
Scandal was Shonda. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Moving away from Emmys. This last one is, very bizarre story. We've told you about Florida Man. We'll tell you about all the other guys. Fort Wayne Man. Is in the news this week. And
he may be going to Padres minor league baseball game.
I don't think he's going to be there for a while.
Yeah, this story is so crazy. I guess I'll just start with the headline. Indiana man charged with arson cut off his penis and set it on fire.
He was charged with arson
I would like to read this story.
Did he use it as kindling?
Yeah. So this happened a while ago, and it's all playing out now in the court system. But what happened back in May in Fort Wayne, Indiana, is police were responding to a reported stabbing near in the area.
Okay.
And they did end up coming across this guy who they also, as they're responding to the stabbing, they see they start getting calls of a fire, and they can see the smoke, and they go, well, it's in the same neighborhood. Turns out the guy that was stabbed, quote unquote stabbed, was also responsible for the fire.
Okay.
And so they arrested him. They wanted to make sure he was okay. And it says here that as he was being taken to the hospital, he claimed he had been stabbed somewhere else in downtown Fort Wayne. He said he had been threatened by some guys earlier in the week, and he was lying to the police because it says here, according to court documents, this guy, his name is Christopher Peden. He told the cops he was dishonest about his story, and he wanted to be truthful. So they said, okay, we would like to hear the truth.
Let's hear it.
He told police that he went into the garage and harmed himself by cutting off his penis with a kitchen knife, which sounds like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, if you have to do it, that's not the one.
He then poured gasoline on it, set it on fire on the floor of the garage just inside the door, and walked away until the police saw him bleeding.
Understand.
He
and
said
then the
that
garage caught on fire as well.
Yeah, kindling.
So he did use it as kindling.
He did.
Kindling.
It's a fire starter.
It's also in the report that the garage belonged to his mother.
Okay.
Which makes the story a little bit more weird. He's
like
been charged with arson, which is a level 4
such
felony.
a slap in the face.
Some of the evidence that was collected from the garage included a red plastic gas can, 4 lighters, and said kitchen knife.
He's looking at it, he's like, we don't have any newspaper I can roll up. Well,
let me just hack this off and light that on
It
fire.
sounds like there's some mental illness going on here.
Do you think so?
Really?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. I'm not a professional. I'm not trained to catch all the signs, but this one seems pretty clear.
Pretty insane behavior, obviously. Hope he gets the help that he needs. But the arson I guess it is. If you, whatever you use.
Whatever. Yeah, you can't just burn things
You
willy-nilly.
can't just burn things down, no matter how you got to that point.
Now, we were talking, if he didn't burn it, is that a crime? To mutilate yourself?
No, I don't think you just need some mental health.
Yeah.
Help.
So that would be the right thing to charge him with, because nothing else is a crime.
Right. That's kind of an insult to injury, no, though? Like, instead of like, hey, man, I'm going to charge you with arson, I'm like, hey, bro, I'm going to take you to the mental hospital, get you the help you need. I'm going to drop the arson charges. You're clearly not in your right state of mind.
Paulie's got a picture of him in our YouTube stream. Would you rather have that hair than the one you have right now for our headshot?
100%.
You can work with that.
I could absolutely work a little salt.
You need a little product, maybe a hair dryer.
Guy grows a better beard than me anyway, too. Great mustache. Yeah, totally. Man, it's tough. Well, I hope. Like, how much pain is he in that mugshot? Because he just hacked it off with a kitchen knife. I don't know. We all go to extreme lengths to protect that area.
I can't think of anything. A kitchen knife?
I can't even cut like a tender steak with a kitchen knife.
You can't.
Like a butter knife? Or are we talking like
I guess. I mean, anything could be a kitchen knife.
Out of a cutting block, like a big sharp knife?
Could be a sharp knife, but still, it's just it's horrific. Horrific. Thank you, I guess, Paulie, for that.
You're welcome,
I
I
missed
guess.
that for a week.
Kyle's got a lot to live up to now.
He does.
All right, when we come back, we've got our last pair of opening day tickets to Del Mar to give away. We'll look ahead to the weekend series, Padres against the Toronto Blue Jays, and much more coming up. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, We Know How, on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
You like brunch out there?
Yes.
7 Mile's got a great one at Sammy's. It's only available Saturdays and Sundays, but fortunately for you, that's tomorrow and the next day. You can make a plan to head down the 5 freeway to San Diego's best card room and enjoy brunch, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Great menu. You're going to love the patio and enjoy the views of San Diego Bay. And then when you're done with your brunch, what do you do next, Woods?
You can sit down, play some Texas Hold'em, some Pai Gow, some Baccarat, or some California-style blackjack. If you're a card player, then 7 Mile Casino is the place for you. Best part, just 7 minutes from Petco Park, Benjamin. So you could head down tonight, pregame, postgame, and have a great time.
Yeah, great dealers, comfortable chairs, good atmosphere. No smoking, as you always like to say.
Yep.
It smells good in there. Easy to park, easy to get to. I mean, there's a lot of reasons you should be playing your cards at 7 Mile Casino. Check it out today. 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Paulie mentioned the Spurs basketball story during his Reindl report. Did you see the other NBA headline yesterday that the trade between the Clippers and the Toronto Raptors is off, at least for now,
bro?
Because the Raptors were told, we're still investigating Kawhi and the Clippers and aspiration, the whole scandal about, getting paid, to circumvent the salary cap. And if we do end up, suspending Kawhi or, revoking the contract or anything, you guys will be on the hook for that. If he's on your team now, it won't be the Clippers. And they were going, okay, then we're not making the trade for him, not knowing what the results of this investigation are going to be.
What a S show that is.
It really
just
is.
a total cluster. What do you do? What do you do if you're the Clippers? Like the Clippers were like, all right, we get this out of sight, out of mind. It hasn't really worked here. New chapter, fresh start for you, fresh restart for you, and we'll figure it out. And now they're like, actually, no, we're not gonna be able to do that. So this wasn't one of the teams getting cold feet. This was the
NBA
league
saying, hold off.
I get the
for now.
feeling, and we'll find out. The NBA says we don't have a timeline. We believe the investigation is going to wrap up in the coming weeks, so you may learn more.
Do you still pull that trade off?
You can't until the investigation's done.
That's what
maybe
I mean. After.
Well, here's the question. Who really is at fault here? Now, it's the Clippers who ultimately are responsible for their salary cap and what they sign players to. Kawhi can't do this without he can't, enter into any agreement without the agreement of the Clippers. So in my mind, it's more on the Clippers, but it also seems based on the reporting that it was Uncle Dennis and, Kawhi that kind of arranged this all from the beginning. So it's not like their hands are completely clean.
And what is the punishment
And
for
I don't
Kawhi?
know. What is the punishment?
So it was for so taking money, but he wasn't stealing money.
No,
only a team can.
A
So
player can't
I think it's
circumvent
ultimately on the Clippers because they were paying him like, hey, we're going to pay you an extra $20 million or whatever off the books, and we're going to call it for an endorsement deal
that
you
company or
you
something.
had actually no appearances to do or whatever. It was just
if Odyssey wanted to pay you a ton of extra money off the books, and you said yes, that's a good. Is that on you?
You're funny, Ben.
That's a really funny joke.
Hey, we'd like to give you guys each $1 million, and it's going to be off the books, and no one's going to know about it. Yeah, I don't think that phone call's happening.
I don't either.
This is why it's called a hypothetical situation and not a real life dilemma.
But again, what is I understand
how does this end?
I understand circumventing. I understand. I don't agree with it, but I understand why they tried to do it. Then it should be as simple as you guys did this. Here's the evidence. You owe Mr. Ballmer. You're gonna have to stroke us a check for $1 million in fines, and Kawhi's gonna have to give the money back.
Can you make Kawhi give the money back? I don't know.
But again, I don't think he should be put in prison. I don't think Steve Ballmer should be put in prison.
No, he didn't.
Because what they're trying to avoid, what the NBA is trying to avoid, obviously, is if you have a max, like a salary cap, and you can only pay this player, let's call it $45 million a year, and you're like, but
I'll give you 50.
Every team can offer you a max of $45 million, but we're like, hey, we can make that about $65 million, and you don't have to do anything. You're just gonna.
That's pretty shady, actually.
You just have to. You just endorse this Subaru dealership down the street from the arena. You don't actually have to do anything, but it's our way of giving you that extra $20 million. Well, now it's the Wild West if you do that, and every team will be finding ways to do that.
Yes. Right. Yes. Now it'll be like college sports now.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't turn pro sports into college sports, guys. We need some rules out there for our sports.
Real quick, while we were talking just a little NBA, I saw this headline on ESPN, and it made me laugh because right now one of the biggest things in the NBA is for the offseason is where LeBron James is going to go for his final year or two.
One more decision.
And I was reading about so Rich Paul, his agent for Clutch Sports, is saying that they're just having teams like if you're LeBron James and you're a free agent, I'm thinking they're flying you anywhere you want to go to have a meeting. They're going to send you, hey, we're going to fly out to Philadelphia to the finest restaurant. We're going to show you the most beautiful parts to try to get you to come here and play for this team.
Trying to entice you.
No, they're not doing that. They're just having Rich Paul is just having these teams that are interested in LeBron send him a quote voice memo. Just record a voice memo of your pitch for LeBron James and text it to me, and we'll play them all for LeBron.
So LeBron's sitting in some office building, some agents on at a big table.
This is crazy to me.
Rich is like, all right, here we go. Here's the Raptors push. And, hey, what's up, LeBron? It's Mike. Love to have you here, man. You're obviously a great player and be a great place.
Like if you're James, Toronto's a great city.
Toronto's a great city, really clean. You're loving here, man.
If you're James Dolan and the Knicks, you're just coming off an NBA championship. You'd love to show LeBron off around New York City and hey, let him dream for a season.
What could look like. That someone's gone to the trouble of creating like a giant pre-produced one.
Yeah,
like start spread, and you get a celebrity to do the pitch for you. Like, we're not going to do the pitch. Here's Benedict Cumberbatch, who's going to try to entice you to play for the Orlando Magic.
I just thought, this is one of the biggest figures in the NBA's history, you're thinking this is going to be one hell of a.
I will
pitch.
say the voice note thing is crazy, but I will say. Wouldn't it be kind of annoying to have a guy that's been in the league since 1983 go out and do the tour of like, oh, Philly looking good? I think that would drive me more nuts than this.
Yeah.
Way more. I'm like, you know where you want to go. You know where you want to play.
You're off your game. Because I thought by now you would have already had the idea. Adam needs to leave us a voice memo right now trying to convince us to remain at 97.3. This will be the final pitch, your last negotiation to get us to try to sign a new contract. Adam, leave us a voice memo.
Yeah.
And we will play it.
Send it to Ben
on the air for all of our tier ones as well.
iHeart, Sirius, Cumulus, whoever else is out there listening that may be interested in the Ben and Woods show, we need a voice memo from you as well.
You got 28 minutes. So if you're listening, and I hope you are, you shouldn't be listening to anything else. You have 28 minutes to send me, Ben, and Paul a voice memo why we should re-sign here at 97.3 The Fan. Okay?
If you nail it, who knows? This could get done quickly.
Yeah. We do have some discussions set for next week, by the way. Some conversations. Won't say with who, but there's conversations. Have fun in Vegas.
Before we take
I've had my conversation.
Before we take our final timeout, let's give away some more tickets to opening day at Del Mar and special opening day party Friday, July 17th, 1 week from today. The third caller is going to win tickets at 833-288-0973. Not just admission, but exclusive access to the party, complete with world-class DJs, craft beers, cocktail bars, photo booths, and private wagering. Get your tickets at dmtc.com. The event 21 and up. You can win tickets right now. 833-288-0973. We'll come back, preview the Padres' final series of the first half of the season. Maybe spin the topic wheel to wrap up the week next year on 97.3 The Fan.
Quickly, first, guys, it's Woodsy here. There's plenty of water companies out there making big promises. When it comes to the plumbing inside your home, the water that your family drinks, you cannot afford to cut corners at all. That's why we trust EcoWater SoCal. They don't just sell you the equipment. Their customer service is unmatched. Their certified installers are perfectionists. My wife, when we got this thing put in, was like, I hope they don't mess anything up. Not only did they not mess anything up, we've never had one single issue in the last 4 or 5 years since we've had it. Show up on time, respect your property, make absolutely sure the job is done right the first time. From the initial free water test to the flawless installation, it has been a true white glove experience. If you want the best products and an elite team that treats you like family, the only one company to call. All right, it's EcoWater SoCal, 760-350-3338, 760-350-3338, or go to EcoWaterSoCal.com. Let them know Woodsy sent you. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keeping it soft since 1925. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Still have not received any voice memos yet from Adam.
Nope, not.
But, maybe he's putting some thought into it, which is appreciated.
Yeah.
Maybe by Monday morning, we'll get a voice memo. The pitch to remain at 97.3 The Fan and Odyssey.
Free agency's weird, man.
I want to thank all of our guests. I had Darren Smith in studio earlier today.
Fantastic
Also
work.
had Chris Kemp, Padres Vice President of Scouting ahead of the draft. Everyone joins us on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. And, of course, got the final 3-game series before the All-Star break beginning tonight. The Toronto Blue Jays in town for 3. They have hit some hard times this year after going all the way to the World Series and coming this close. And I'm holding my fingers
literally
very close together to winning the World Series against the Los Angeles Dodgers.
My God.
They will put Shane Bieber on the mound tonight. Padres will go with J.P. Sears. Tomorrow, Trey Savage against Walker Buehler, who needs to pitch better than the last 2 starts. And then Sunday's finale is Kevin Gossman against Herman Marquez, who did pitch well his last time out.
Yeah, they're 5 games under 500 in Toronto. Their run differential is minus 35. They have, though, won 2 straight, Benjamin. So they're coming in on a little hot streak. But we had won 2 straight until we faced Woogie from Something About Mary last night. And he shut us down entirely through 7. So that was cool. But, yeah, you're going to have to show us something here before the break. You have to.
The similarities right now between Fernando Tatis Jr.
and Vladdy Jr.
and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. are pretty stunning. Obviously, they're friends, have known each other, I think, like their whole lives, essentially.
They showed a graphic of Vladdy's numbers on the post-game show last night, I think it was, as they were previewing the series. And I saw his numbers. I saw a 5 for home runs, and I saw some of Vladdy's other metrics. And I go, are they murdering him on Toronto sports radio Toddy was getting here?
I think, Vlad's hitting like 260-something. Fernando's at 283. Both have 5 home runs. OPS for Fernando's 727. I think it's 695 for Vlad.
Ooh, Vladdy has gone down and Fernando has come up.
Yeah,
right.
He's actually slightly ahead.
But I remember seeing clips of where there was, Ken Rosenthal or somebody else saying like, look, nobody knows what's going on with Fernando Tatis Jr. This is crazy. He's having such a bad year. I'm like, is anybody saying that about Vladdy?
Are they trying to trade Vladdy?
No, they're voting him into the All-Star game as a starter.
There you go.
Which he has declined. He is not going to play, but he was voted in as a starter. Fernando got no such courtesy as a starter for the All-Star game.
No.
So
that's on us, though.
Yeah.
Blaming the fans.
It's also...
that's a fan vote.
It's also a much deeper league because the Padres play in the National League.
Oh, no.
And Vlad plays in the American League. 2 totally different leagues this year in terms of talent.
Yeah, but it's a fan vote.
It is a fan
And
vote.
it's an entire country of Canada voting for you, as opposed to one little corner of the
Tatis
world.
has always had a lot of fans.
He has. Yeah.
But I think the 0 home run thing for a long time hurt him as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Vladdy either, but I mean, I love that guy. I think he's a really great player, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, Toddy has really picked himself up. He's not hitting the home runs that we would all like to see from him, but he's helping you win baseball games.
He hit one so hard yesterday, 114 or something. I mean, and he's pulling the ball too now more. Just has not. He's hit a few home runs. Had the 2 home run game in Chicago when we were there. Wind was blowing out. That certainly helped on one of the two.
Everybody hit a home run.
Everyone
you
hit
could
a
have
home
had a
run
2 home run
series,
game.
Dansby Swanson out there hitting 3 home runs in a game.
But the Blue Jays definitely have not, a lot of people thought, okay, well, they're going to just roll right to an American League East title. They're currently, how many games under 500?
5.
5 games under 500.
11 back in their division. But again, because it's the
American League,
they are only two and a half games out of a playoff spot. Yeah, you can, Padres right now as we stand today, the only teams below them in the wild card race are the Reds, the Mets, the Giants, and the Rockies, which is pretty insane. Pretty insane.
It's not where we expected them to be, but I thought we had a good discussion on the roundtable.
We kind of did, though, because we all said 500 at the break.
Yeah, and we all agreed that if we had known there was no Nick Pivetta or no Joe Musgrove this season, then our expectations would have been pretty low.
Hard to
for the Padres.
Mine was, I mean, I picked him 81 and 81. At least on the roundtable, I did.
Yeah, on this show you picked him a little bit better.
I think I did. It was like maybe 84 and 78, something like that.
It was like
higher.
I think you had like 88.
88 is
one of you had 88. One of you had 87. I had 85.
They needed AJ to really hit a home run on some of these pitchers, and we thought maybe Walker Buehler might have been one for a while. Now we're not sure. Herman Marquez didn't look like one. Now he kind of looks like one. Griffin Canning is. I mean, they're all. I can see why he signed all of these guys.
One of them.
They have all shown flashes of why AJ Preller thought they could be competent 4 and 5 starters.
I think Ryan Cohen actually nailed it yesterday when he was talking about, hey, if you had gotten if Nicky P and Joe Musgrove were healthy and Michael King, and let's say Joe didn't make it back. Okay, you grab one more pitcher at the deadline, one. And you can see yourself in 3 starting pitchers, and this ridiculous bullpen, and you can even bolster the bullpen some too, cheaply, right? It's usually fairly cheap to get a reliever. And then you're like, okay, I can convince myself that they could go on a run. Now, with a rotation like they have, you need 3 or 4 arms, which is insane.
The idea was you have 5 guys battling for 1 or 2 spots at the back end of the rotation.
Yeah.
Now, you've got Herman Marquez as your number 2.
And you're praying that he doesn't get hurt.
Right.
And you're praying that JP Sears doesn't get hurt. You're praying that Walker Buehler bounces
back.
Right.
And, it's too much to ask of any team.
No doubt.
And you can say, well, who should have AJ Preller gone out and signed in the offseason?
Easy. Rangers, Suarez, Christopher Sanchez, not Dylan. Dylan was excellent the other day in his 1-hit bid. He's been excellent all year. I said he would be a Cy Young contender. I said he would get $30 million. He did. He's such a worker. The money's different. I knew he would get paid because of he's never hurt.
Durability.
And he goes 200 innings or whatever, goes 180 innings, strikes out 200. This is a no-brainer. They're going to pay for that. The way that he's pitched has been spectacular. He's been like one of the bright spots.
And yet his team, as we just talked about, has not capitalized at all as they're 5 games under 500.
Trey Savage is a pretty exciting pitcher.
Yes.
He's pretty damn good.
Gossman's good. How is this team so bad that's coming in here? Feels like they got
offense, maybe
names that we would salivate over. Yeah, we could add any of these guys to our pitching rotation. Padres would be absolute playoff contenders.
But yeah, no, it's
They're
very
the best offense in baseball at the end of last season. Yeah, they lost Bo Bichette.
Yep.
But most of that offense is back.
Yeah, it's
and
tough.
they're just not doing it this year.
It's a weird sport, man. David Popkins, as we mentioned before on the show, he was the soup du jour last year. Everybody had to have a David Popkins, and his offense is scuffling a little bit right now. So Padres cannot afford to dig themselves into any deeper of a hole, and the pressure is on. I mean, listen, the Blue Jays, like you said, 2.5 games out of a wild card. They're not feeling the heat right now necessarily, even though they're 5 games below 500. They want to play better. The Padres can't afford to lose right now already.
Right.
In on July 10th. You can't really afford to lose many games.
Yesterday, I laid out the 4 different scenarios. 4 games above at the break, 2 above, 500, 2 below, or 4. Take away 4 above. Now your options are 2 above, 500, 2 below, or 4 below.
Right.
I think if you're not either 2 above or 500,
you're toast.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough.
I mean, you're going to need a huge winning streak coming out of the break.
And you're going to need major regression from the teams that are above.
So you have to win this series at the least, if not sweep it. If you do, then we can have discussions next week about, all right, you can squint and see the Padres still being contenders. You lose this series, you're 2 games under, you get swept, you're 4 games under. There's not a lot to talk about other than what can we get for who over the last couple of weeks of July.
Yeah, man, I'm out here watching what the Marlins are doing every night going, oh, God, the Marlins won again. The Marlins. This is where we are right now. They have played exceptional baseball, and it's time to start watching the scoreboard if you're a Padres fan.
All right, last couple of minutes, Paulie. You got the topic wheel fired up. Let's get at least one spin in before you go on vacation.
All right, everybody, pull out your wallet.
Okay.
What is the most useless card currently in your wallet?
My Costco card, more than likely.
Really? That's it? I've got way more useless
just used mine
cards in
yesterday.
here. Let's see.
Oh.
I know I got something probably back here. It's old.
Is that a condom in your wallet, Ben?
No. Let's see.
Yeah, mine's my Costco card.
Useless card.
I subscribe. I never go.
You never go?
Never.
I have a it was like a trolley card that you needed at one point. Don't need that anymore.
This is my fuel rewards card from Shell. I don't believe it actually swipes because the magnetization doesn't work anymore. I'm not sure whether I need to apply for another one or how that's going to work, but that's probably my most useless card here in the wallet.
What about you, Paulie?
Like a trolley. It was like a reloadable trolley card.
I have some cards I need to use. Like someone gave us this Big Jim's roast beef gift certificate.
Dude,
we have not been to I've not been to PB in months.
Yeah.
Need to use that.
I want
so it's
some
not
of this
useless, but
New
I have
England,
not used it.
I want some of this New England roast beef from Big Jim's badly.
Woods is always
hot
beef about New England roast beef and how badly he needs some New England roast beef.
I have actually told you guys like 3 times in the last 2 weeks. We need to go to Big Jim's. I want some of that hot beef or cold beef, whatever.
Yeah,
one more time.
Got an old credit card in here that I think it's expired.
I think I had a business card somewhere, not for me, but the guy that sold me my car from Pacific Honda. And I'm like,
this
in case I buy another car in the next couple of years. God, too many answers for this one. What is a movie that you quote too often? I will say the movie I quote the most is probably like Superbad, just some offhanded reference to Superbad.
Calm down, Greg. It's soccer.
Yes.
That depends on the time of the year.
People don't forget.
Yes.
Trying to think of what something that I quote. No, I'm just thinking for a second.
Recomputing. I can't think of a movie you've ever quoted. I do Good Will Hunting.
You do Good Will Hunting a lot. That's what that was the first thing that came to mind for you.
Yeah,
was Good Will Hunting
or The Town.
I had like Dem Apples, Marky Ricky, Davey.
Marky Ricky, Davey.
I mean,
Dumb and Dumber. I quote that one a lot.
A ton.
All these. Friday is good. I always tell Bo, you better put some water on that damn S. Always.
Hey, Bo, how come every time I walk in the kitchen,
I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the refrigerator, eating up all the food. My favorite, dude. You better put some water on that damn S.
We ain't got no milk.
It's the greatest line maybe in cinematic history. Put some water on it. It's on your big bowl of crunch berries. You put a cup of water on it. Could you imagine?
I would never ever eat cereal.
Could you imagine telling your child, "I'm sorry, we're out of milk. Put some water on it."
Oh, Caddyshack for sure.
Still, you do?
Absolutely. I mean, you're on the golf course. You absolutely
when
throw
do you
a Caddyshack
quote a movie ever?
I don't quote movies a lot.
All right.
But you throw out a Noonan every once in a while.
Yeah,
when
it's weird that we're friends.
You're out there.
That's like all I do.
I know.
My kids too. It's great. All right, we done yet?
Yeah, we are done. Paulie, have a great week off, or most of the week off. We will see you next Friday.
What's
back
my
here.
level of being able to bother you while you're on vacation?
You can bother me all you want. It's a matter of whether or not I answer.
Okay, if you respond, you respond. If you don't, you don't. Okay.
You can AJ Preller him all week.
I told Kyle, like, hey, look, especially for the person who's filling in for me, I'm like, my phone, of course, works for you.
Okay.
I can't guarantee I'll answer at 5:15 if you call me, but
okay.
All right, Braden and Frank coming up next. For Paulie, for Woods, I'm Ben. Have a great rest of your Friday from all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.